You're out of my life, I'm so much better. Thought that I'd be weak without you, but I'm stronger. Thought that I'd be broke without you, but I'm richer. Thought that I'd be sad without you, I laugh harder. Thought I wouldn't grow without you, now I'm wiser. I'd be helpless without you, but I'm smarter. Thought that I'd be stressed without you, but I'm chilling. Thought I wouldn't sell without you, sold 9 million. I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop, I'm gonna work harder. I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it, I will survive, keep on surviving. I'm a survivor, I'm a survivor, I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it, I will survive, keep on surviving. Thought I couldn't breathe without you, I'm in heaven. Thought I couldn't see without you, perfect vision. Thought I couldn't last without you, but I'm lasting. Thought that I would die without you, but I'm living. Thought that I would fail without you, but I'm on time. Should be over now, but it won't stop. Thought that I would self-destruct, but I'm still here. Even in my years to come, I'm gonna be here. I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna stop, I'm gonna work harder. I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it, I will survive, keep on surviving. I'm a survivor, I'm a survivor, I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it, I will survive, keep on surviving. Wishing you the best, pray that you are blessed. Much success, no stress, and lots of happiness. Not gonna blast you on the radio, not gonna lie to your family, no. Not gonna hate you in the magazine, not gonna compromise, not gonna diss you on the internet. My mama taught me better than that. I'm better than that. I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it, I will survive, keep on surviving. Some things never seem to change, and every day I stay the same. Moonlight swelling through the trees, it never seems to wane. Sometimes I feel like I'm a silhouette, like my imitation leads
Hey Potters fans, are you ready for some Pacific Empire League action? Let's send it up to the booth to get you ready for today's action, right here on Stone's Broadcast Networks.
Well, hello and welcome to McBean Stadium in lovely Lincoln, California for another great evening of Lincoln Potters baseball. Tonight it's Game 3 of our Pacific Empire League Series against the old rival, the Medford Rogues. My name is Mark the Phantom Lowe. I'm here with engineer Chris Toy to bring you all the action tonight, but I've been here a while, to be honest, because we just concluded Game 2, a suspended game, which saw the Potters prevail 9-8 in 12 innings with the win, put the Potters 5-0 in PEL League play, with 3 of those wins of the walk-off variety. So it's been very exciting out here at McBean Stadium. In Game 3 of the series, manager Tyler Robertson sends left-hander Gerald Hansen to the mound in an attempt to start league play with 6 straight wins. Here's that Medford Rogues batting lineup that Gerald will face, and Chris Toy will put it on the screen for us. Jack Meisner starting us off, then Fernandez, who had a home run in Game 2. Levi Jones has had a couple of RBI. Tyler Horner is the big hitter, batting .500 in the cleanup spot. Peterson and Ferrante, Liam Barrett in center. Naylor going back at shortstop, and Jack Peterson getting the start out in left field and batting ninth. It's Kurt Martin on the mound for the Medford Rogues. But right now, let's take a look at Gerald Hansen, who's on the mound for the Lincoln Potters. Hansen making his 5th appearance, 7 1/3 innings, just 1 hit allowed, 6 strikeouts and 5 walks, a 1.22 ERA. He has 1 win and no losses on the season, and he has the task of trying to tame the very unhappy Medford Rogues, who come down here and lost 6-5 in a nail-biter on Friday. And then in Saturday going into Sunday, they lost 9-8. The Potters came up with 2 in the bottom of the 12th to win that one on a sacrifice fly from Cade Parker. So here we go. Jack Meisner is going to start us off. He's from UC Santa Barbara. He has played all over the place, and tonight in Game 3 he will be playing third base. Came into the series .315. He is 2 for 8 in the series. Takes the first pitch down low, and we are started. 6-12 the first pitch. Not bad. 6:05 to 6:12. Had a great honor guard. Had a tremendous national anthem. I don't know if it was it a small kid there, Chris? Inside. Okay, so a teenager, and she was just belting it out like Whitney Houston style and Adele and Celine Dion put together. So she just killed it out there. 2-0. Fantastic job. That is on the inside corner for a strike. Reliable and respectable broadcaster would have had her name. But, I was doing something else. I couldn't, because Willie says the names real fast and stuff. 2-1. That's fouled over by the Rogues dugout and scatters a couple of them. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Meisner, leading us off here. It is a Military Appreciation Sunday, as it always is. And it was piggyback today's admission lookout, that's over his head, on the coming back for Game 2, the finish. So if you came back for Game 2, you pretty much are set up. Pretty much got a good night. And it's a great crowd out here tonight. We've got sliced beer specials, of which there are many being enjoyed. And the grill's going down the right field line. Everything's happening. Chopper, it's going to be a tough play at second base. Johnson's going to wait for it, and he's not going to get him at first. So Meisner beats it out, an infield single. First hit of the game. First hit for the Rogues, and Ian Fernandez, who was batting ninth in the last game and hit a 2-run home run because we made him the dueling dogs batter. He said, no, I do not accept that, and they moved him up to number 2 in the order. So I guess well done for Ian out of UC Santa Barbara as well. Meisner with that hopper. As soon as Johnson decided to let it bounce again, I think that was done. Hansen to the plate, swung on and missed by Fernandez. Ian, 222, 2 for 7 in the series with that home run, a 2-run blast. Last night, Game 2 was a trading back. We had 3 2-run home runs early in that game. That's in the dirt, blocked by Andrew Sloan. Let's take a look, if we can, Chris Toy, at our defensive alignment, since I forgot. Hudson Brown's out in left field, Cole Eaton back in center, Doyle in right. It's Dillon, Parker, Johnson, and Walden. In the infield, Andrew Sloan behind the plate, and the left-hander Gerald Hansen out of Roseville, California, on the mound. Fernandez takes down low, so it's 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Other scores are on the PEL. Healdsburg stayed unbeaten. They beat Humboldt 9-1, and it was Solana Mudcats bouncing back to take care of the West Coast Kings 6-1. Fernandez takes outside and low. 3 balls and 1 strike. So an infield single, now a 3-ball, 1 strike count on Fernandez. Levi Jones is next. Big chopper to third. That's going to be a tough play at third. He gets it across the diamond, and no, did not get him at first base. That was a great play by Cole Dillon, looking up in the sun and going backwards, but he just put all of it on it he could. Not in time at first base. 2 infield singles to start this one off, and that brings up Levi Jones. Levi hitting a .278 coming into the series. He is 3 for 10. He has 3 runs batted in. He is out of Oregon State University, and he is a left-handed hitter playing at second base. 1 home run, 11 runs batted in for Jones on the season. So a couple of infield singles by the Rogues. They are in business here in the first against the left-hander Hansen. Tyler Horner to follow. Giro comes to the plate, and it's hit out into shallow center field. Cole Eaton moves over to his left. He's got it for the first out. 1 down, and here's Tyler Horner. And even .500 on the season for Tyler. He has 5 runs batted in, 4 for 9 in the series, out of Oregon Tech University. Proudly wearing number 41, of the numbers that are very hard to tell. Although these don't look so bad. To talk to Dave about that. Tremendous uniforms, tremendous organization, the Medford Rogues. Hansen taking his time getting his sign from Sloan, which is to say he can't get it. Now he's got it. Horner takes a strike. 0-1. A lot of beer being carried back to seats. I like to see that. Starting out the Sunday night game, get a couple. Even if you don't want one yourself, get 2, bring them back, give one to your neighbor. It really fosters good relations. Beers for the whole section, something like that. Not a bad idea. Outside, nice block by Sloan. Make sure when you leave your seat, though. See, here's the thing: you all get beers for those section when there's nobody in your section. Then when you come back from the beer garden, 13 more people have showed up, and you're on the hook. So you really got to play that one well. You say beers for the section, whoever's there right now, and then you call it dibs, and then you go get it. Yeah, and bring 2 up here, of course. I mean, that goes without saying, really. To the plate, Horner takes inside corner. Nice off-speed pitch by Hansen. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tice Peterson's the DH. He's batting in the number 5 spot. He waits after Horner. The cowbells are going. Good crowd out here tonight. Really, really good. Energized a little bit by the news that the Potters took game 2, maybe, perhaps. Hit down the first base line. Backhanded down there. Beautiful play at first by J.T. Walden. Runners are going to move up to second and third, but J.T. saved an extra base hit on a ground ball by Horner. He waves off Gerald Hansen, and so with 2 in scoring position, but now 2 out, here is Tice Peterson. Tice 1 for 5 in the game, in game 2, which finished today. He had a home run down the right field line in that game. So he comes up here with a couple of runners in scoring position. Tice out of also Oregon State University. Hits a shot to left field. It's curving, though, and it is foul. And it's a good thing for Lincoln fans here, there, and everywhere that it was curving, because that one was hit very well by Tice Peterson. Couple of strikeouts in game 2, but also that home run. Couple of flyouts as well. So Tice 0-1 against the left-handed Gerald Hansen. Cody Ferranti, the first baseman, is on deck. So Hansen working 0-1 with Peterson. High fastball. Hansen had a little bit on that one. 87 miles an hour. Probably was his fastest pitch of the day. But he missed the strike zone high, so it's 1-1. Meisner at third. Fernandez out at second. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball is going to be outside. 2-1 on Tice Peterson. Again, see, Chris, there you go. Guy goes back. He's got 2 beers. Says, oh, I don't know. I'm getting one from my buddy, but I've got to drink one because it's going to spill, so I'll drink out of his first. Brilliant move, sir. Brilliant move. 2-1 pitch is hit into the hole, base hit into left field. Brown's going to come up. The throw is going to be cut off, and it's a 2-run single for Peterson, and the Rogues have an early 2-0 lead. So Peterson delivers the 2-run single. Third hit of the inning for the Rogues. They lead it 2-0, and Cody Ferrante is the hitter out of San Jose State and Granite Bay High School. Left-handed hitter with a home run and 17 batted in, 1 for 7 in the series so far. Left-hander against left-hander here. Hansen's delivery's sliced foul into the screen on the third base side, so it's 0-1. Checks the runner at first base. 0-1 pitch is hit on a shot to Johnson at second base. Throws to first for the out, but not before the Rogues score 2. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Medford 2. Potters coming to bat. Bottom of the first inning from McBean Stadium. Game number 3 of the series between the Potters and the Rogues. Rogues get out on top in this one 2-0 with a Tice Peterson 2-run single. Kurt Martin is the pitcher for the Medford Rogues. 1/3 of an inning is all he's thrown this year. 2 hits and 2 walks. He is 0-1. Let's take a look, if we can, Chris, at the lineup that manager Tyler Robertson's going to throw out there. Hassani Johnson had 3 hits in game number 2. Cole Dillon's playing third. Hudson Brown moved out to left. The DH is Sean White. He has been hot lately. JT Walden, a home run yesterday, his 4th. Doyle playing in right field. Cade Parker, the hero maybe of game number 2. He had a 2-run home run. He also had the sacrifice fly that decided it. Eaton and Sloan rounding out the first 9 for the Potters with Gerald Hansen on the mound. So here's Hassani Johnson hitting over 400 now. Came in at 394, but he was 3 for 5 in game number 1. Or excuse me, game number 2. He did not play in game number 1. And he's taking his time about playing in game number 2. Potters wearing their home whites. Rogues with another fantastic combination of gray and green and some brown and black on there. And it's very earthy. Reflects the Medford culture, I'm sure. Hassani out of Elk Grove, California, steps in, and he will hit against Kurt Martin. First pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. Breaking ball's hit high up in the air and hit well to right field. Fernandez goes back. He's in front of the fence and makes the catch. So Asani Johnson flies deep to right to open up the bottom of the first inning, and that'll bring up Cole Dillon. Cole at .250 on the season. Comes to us out of Rockwall, Texas. A catcher, an outfielder, an infielder is playing third base in this one. He was 0 for 3 in game number 2. No, that was Cole Eaton who was 0 for 3, Phantom. That's wrong. You're wrong again. So disregard that. Take a breaking ball low. This 2 games in 1 day thing, Chris, I mean, it's way too much. It's just like it's backing up on me. 1 ball, no strikes. Inside, 2-0. Ooh, what is this now? Medford Rogues trying to curry favor with the broadcaster. It will work, sir. It will work. 2-0. Inside, ball 3. Just missing with that breaking ball inside. Hudson Brown to follow here in the bottom of the first inning. That's a fastball in there for a strike. Martin right at 89 on that one. Out of Riverside, California, Kurt Martin. You got Hassani Johnson on a fly to right, and now Dillon's 3-1. And he's ball 4. So Cole will go down to first base. Here's Hudson Brown, who's playing out in the unfamiliar territory out called left field today. He's mostly been a first baseman. Hudson at .296. A home run and a dozen runs batted in for Hudson Brown out of Olive Branch, Mississippi, which, yes, is maybe around the same size as Lincoln and not as small as the name may suggest to some people. I mean, it's small, but it's not that small. It's not like Mayberry small. Hudson takes inside. Off-speed pitch. He's been hitting the ball very hard to left field lately, although his home run went to right. One-0 pitch. Inside with a fastball. I think it hit him. It did. It didn't hit him in a bad way, though. It hit him kind of in a Grazer Jersey kind of way, maybe off the wrist perhaps. 2 on, 1 out, and here's Sean White. Sean, .392 out of Georgia Southern, also out of a very fascinating hometown, if that's exactly his hometown, Niceville, Florida. And I want him to be a player of the game so I can ask him, is it nice or is it like the worst place on earth? You know? Is it an anti-Disneyland or exactly what's going on in Niceville? Because Florida, it could be anything. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. More importantly, Sean up here with runners at first and second and 1 out in the bottom of the first. Martin's pitch is hit sharply up the middle into center field for a base hit. Running around third is Dillon. He's going to come to the plate. The throws are going to be a little offline. Dillon slides in. It's an RBI single for Sean White, and the Potters are on the board. It's a 2-1 ball game. Stopping at second is Hudson Brown. Sean picks up RBI number 13. Oh, that's... So it's okay, I got you. Now, is that around where Tallahassee is? Okay, very good. So nice Bills, okay, up right by Tom Petty territory. There you go. All right, away from the geography and back to the ball game. JT Walden at the plate. A walk-ahead batter and now a single, and here's JT. He had a home run last night. Takes a breaking ball inside. Take a look at the defensive alignment, Chris, since I forgot that. Meisner, Naylor, Jones, and Ferrante. Fernandez, Barrett, and Peterson in the outfield. Horner behind the plate in this one, and Kurt Martin on the mound. I was too busy worrying about Niceville, Florida. Inside again. That one almost hit JT. 2-1 here. A lot of action. We had a lot of action last night. Sean White actually was a batter earlier today in the 12th inning. He had to a fielder's choice. The pitcher tried to cut down Chamisa with third, couldn't do it. And it set the Potters up to eventually score twice and win that one 9-8. 2-0 to JT. He takes in there, and I don't think he wanted to. He gave one of those kind of moves like, I don't really want to take this, but he did. It's 2-1. Great Sunday crowd out here checking this one out. It is a Slice Sunday, so maybe that had something to do with it. Also, it's a great game between the Rogues and the Potters. Check swing, that one down low. I figured it out. Potters are 5-0 in league play. 3 of those 5 wins are walk-offs. One of them's 1 run on Friday, and the other one was a massive blowout, 8-5. So, yeah, it's been tough. But the Potters have been fortunate. They've been on the good side. JT takes outside, ball 4. So 2 walks, a hit batter, a single, and we have the bases loaded, and Jacob Doyle coming to the plate. Brown at third, White at second, and Walden. We just need one more guy. We need Green. That's what we need. We need somebody named Jimmy Green so we can have Brown, White, and Green on the bases. Oh, Piper. What's up, Piper? 2 days after his birthday, it looks like he's recovered from Friday night. That one, he tied one on Friday night with Willie the Warrior. And that bringing Dinger. Dinger was a menace out here. He was a menace, and I loved it. Bases loaded, 1 out. Jake at 360 with 3 home runs. He's driven in 13. Out of Sparks, Nevada. Takes a breaking ball. Is in there for a strike, 0-1. He watched that one all the way down and just didn't like the cut of its jib, as we used to say way back in the day. 0-1 coming up. Check swing. He didn't go. Says who? Says me. 1-1. Hudson Brown over at third base. Sean White dusting it off at second, and over at first is J.T. Walden. 1-1 pitch. Doyle hits it. Foul at the plate. He swung and he looked straight up in the air like that one was going, but it wasn't. It was a foul ball. Jake was followed by Cade Parker. So it's 1-2 on Doyle, since this is a big batter here for Martin, who's walked 2, hit 1. But he's ahead 1-2 on Jacob Doyle. Watches that one go down low. Tyler Horner behind the plate. Ian Fernandez was behind the plate in game 2 and did a tremendous job. He's out in right field today. Horner was up to the task, blocked that one, so it's 2-2. Fouled off. Fastball from Martin. And right around 89 miles an hour. Long day for the interns, too. You see them down there doing the work. Chris Toy, you're a fancy engineer. You don't have to worry about that stuff. They're out here early before the suspended game, and they'll be here long after this one. Give them some credit, will you? Man, breaking ball's popped up. It's going to be center field. It'll be Barrett. He's coming in. He's got it. The tag is made. He's going to throw to the plate, and they're going to hold the runner at third, and probably a good idea. As his Barrett's throw a little bit offline, but it was strong and would have got here in plenty of time to take down Hudson Brown. So 2 outs. Big out there for Martin, and now we'll face Cade Parker, who is the hero of game number 1. He had a 2-run home run. He also had the sacrifice fly that brought in the 9th run and won the ball game. So he was 2 for 4. He had 3 runs batted in, scored once. Hitting at .297 with 3 home runs and 13 runs batted in. And he's got the bases loaded situation to do some damage here for the Potters. Breaking ball, outside corner, strike. Oh and 1. Fastball right down the middle. Again, right about 88, 89 miles an hour. He gets ahead of Parker 0-2 quickly. Cole Eaton is next. Potters have scored once, but have the bases loaded here. Breaking ball's hit up in the air. Moving over from right field is Fernandez. Barrett's going to call for it in right center and make the catch for the out. So Martin escapes further damage. Potters score once. We go to the top of the second. 2-1 Medford. Top of the second inning from McBean Stadium. Potter scored once, then a couple of flyouts to center field ended that rally. So Rogues stay up 2-1. They will send Liam Barrett, Langan Naylor, and Jack Peterson up in the second inning against Gerald Hansen, 7, 8, and 9. Tice Peterson with the 2-run single gave the Rogues the 2-0 lead. Now it's 2-1 as we go into this top of the second inning. Potter's off tomorrow, then back on Tuesday, taking on the Solano Mudcats. So more Pacific Empire League action. Mudcats coming off, they just played the Kings. I think they're 4-2 or 3-2 against the West Coast Kings. So they've started off the season on a hot streak. So they'll be in here Tuesday, 6:35. It's a 2 for Tuesday, of course. Then Wednesday off, then Thursday against the AE Express. We go outside of league play before the Potters take off to Humboldt, I believe, the next weekend to take on the Crabs up there. They'll be looking for some revenge after the Potters won 3 in a row. There's a line drive into left field for a base hit for Liam Barrett. So Barrett, who's 3 for 10, is now 4 for 11 in the series. And our dueling dogs batter is Langan Naylor, and he will step up to the plate. He is 1 for 5 in the series. He is playing at shortstop. So that's 4 hits for the Rogues in this one. Langan's out of Lower Columbia College. Shows bunts it in front of the plate, but it's behind the plate, so it's foul. And fans everywhere are going, if you're the dueling dogs batter, it's bad form, unwritten rules of baseball, you can't bunt. Langan looks down at the third base coach, and the coach says, don't bunt, beer special. Yes, swing, swing, swing. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Barrett doing the bouncing thing over at first. There's a bunt. That's a nice one. Picked up by Hansen. He's going to have to hurry. And I don't think he got him. Yes, he did. That was a close play at first base. Gets credit for the sacrifice. Moving down to second base is Barrett, and that'll bring up Jack Peterson. Jack's out in left field today. Out of Rice University. He was 0 for 1 with a sacrifice fly in the game 2. Left-handed hitter against the left-hander Gerald Hansen. With the top of the order, Jack Meisner on deck. Breaking ball, nice block by Sloan, 1-0. Cole Dillon at third base for the Potters. The shortstop is Cade Parker, and he is trying to shadow Barrett at second base with the left-handed hitter at the plate. Breaking ball drops in for a strike, evens the count at 1. 1 ball and 1 strike, just getting started here. Great crowd. Nobody in the kiln, though. No kiln. No kiln people. You can just come in right now, buy tickets, say, I want to go in the kiln. I don't know that would work, but you can try it. It's a heck of a place to watch a ball game. 1-1 pitch, and that hit him on top of the helmet, which means that Peterson will go down to first base. So it'll be first and second for the top there. Meisner, who got a base hit in the first inning, is 3 for 9 in the series and has driven in 13 runs on the summer to match his number. Jack out of UC Santa Barbara. So Hansen gave up 2 infield singles and a single to left by Peterson in the first. Has given up a single and hit a batter here in the second. It's out to second base. Johnson has it. He's going to go to second. Boy, they're going to have to hurry to turn it. They're going to do it. Double play. Potters getting out of the inning 4-6-3. We go to the bottom of the second. Medford on top, 2-1.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of Five Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number one. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're Five Star Bank. How can we help you?
Out $100 bills, and it kills and it thrills like the horns on my Silverado grill. And I buy the bar double round.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street. Only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Knocked on my front door with my teenage boy and a couple more from up the road. He had him by the collar, said he called.
Welcome back to the bottom of the second. Piper the Peacock had his mascot race. He came in last. What else is new? I figured a couple days after his birthday, he's probably not going to put up too good of a performance, and he didn't. So we will move on into the bottom of the second. Cole Eden, it'll be Andrew Sloan and then Hassani Johnson for the Potters as they trail this one 2-1. Nifty double play turned by Hassani Johnson and Cade Parker, and at first base, Mr. J.T. Walden. So here's Cole. Eden hitting .267 out of Elkhorn, Nebraska, and the University of Tennessee, who won today against Texas A&M, forcing a Game 3 in the College World Series final. Swing and a miss at a fastball, and a pretty good one at 88 by Martin. 0-1. Cole out in center field as per usual. He lines that one into right center, giving chases Barrett. He's not going to get it. He does cut it off in a nice play. Cole thinks he's going to go for two. It's cut off. He slides in. He is out at second base. So gets the base hit, gets thrown out. Once Barrett cut that off, second base was going to be a very problematic situation. And I don't think he realized that Liam got over there as quickly as he did. His throw was cut off and then gunned into second, and the tag applied by Naylor. And here's Andrew Sloan. Hit sharply down the third base line, foul. So Dillon comes up with the second hit for the Potters, but is cut down trying to stretch it into a double. And Sloan, no balls and a strike outside, 1-1. Could sense that when Horner was moving outside as the pitch was being delivered, kind of drifting over there. I don't think that's what they wanted to do, but that's the way it worked out. Sloan takes it, and it's high, 2-1. Just checking the kiln to see if anybody's taken my advice and just walked in there and started hanging out. I think they're kind of thinking about it. I don't think there's like a velvet rope or anything, so I think you can just kind of sneak in there. 3-1 on Andrew Sloan out of Carmichael, California, and UOP. Looks kind of inviting, though. Maybe we'll go do. I wanted to do a game from there before, but I don't know if we can get the technology together. And one pitch is ball 4. So a single and a walk. Potters with a runner at first base and 1 out. And here's Hassani Johnson, who flied out deep to right to open the bottom of the first inning. Hassani 3 for 5 in the game just concluded. We were here an hour early today as the Potters scored twice. Medford scored once in the top of the 12th. Potters scored twice in the bottom on a bases-loaded walk and a sacrifice fly. And they won it 9-8 to improve their season record to a very impressive 20-2 and their PEL record to 5-0. Healdsburg won today. They are 6-0. Hassani chopped one foul. He is swinging a confident bat is Mr. Johnson out of University of Louisiana Monroe. Fans out here patronizing the vendors we have out here. I see Hobbies down there. Mira and Cheeto. I've also seen the Fat Cat guys are doing a great job. And also some nachos flying up here. So all kinds of stuff going on. It's a fun Sunday crowd. It's festive, Chris Toy. It's festive. And it's a great crowd out here, too. And people are passing babies around to people they don't even know. They're just giving them to them. I got to get a beer. Give me your baby. Is there some sort of special if you have a baby? That's a great one. Get a baby and a brew? Ah, it's a great night. That's a promotion. I don't know where these people are that steal all my ideas, but there's another one, baby and a brew. Bring a baby, get a brew. Hassani takes down low for a ball. What do we got for temperature today, Chris Toy? 98. It feels like what, though? 95. So that's why it feels so good. Two balls and one strike. Merchandise tent downstairs. Talking to it. 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike. No problem. She was a winner. She needed to know where to go. I got to try to accommodate. I wish I had better answers, though. I was just like downstairs. I mean, down there. 3-1 on Hassani. Swing and a miss by Mr. Johnson. Makes it 3 balls and 2 strikes, and he had visions of sugar plums on that one. He saw that one going into the net over the Raising Cane sign, I think, in his mind. But we're back to reality, 3-2. Cole Dillon to follow. Sloan at first base. Chopper out towards second, handled by Jones. Flipped to short for 1 over to first, and they're not going to get Hassani at first base. He is safe. Fielder's choice. 2 outs, though, here in the second, and Cole Dillon, who walked his first time up, will be the hitter. Out of Rockwall, Texas, a very fine name for any other year. Rockwall would be up near the top, but this is a year with Olive Branch, Mississippi, and Niceville, Florida. And I think we got another one. We got Fulshear, Texas, Los Lunas, New Mexico, and Tomball, Texas. So we've got a lot of good ones. Or Tomball, I don't know what it is. It's a good season for our hometowns. Dillon hits a sharp ground at a third base, knocked down, picked up at third, across the diamond is high, pulls him off the back, and the ball gets away. Here comes Johnson. He's going to round third. They're going to hold him. Let's see. I think it's going to be, they're going to give. Looks like the ump's trying to give Cole Dillon third base. And Cole Dillon says, I'll take it. I think he thinks. The ball was a nice play by Meisner at third to knock it down. The throw is too high. It's going to be a single for Dillon and an error to allow the runners to advance. So runners at second and third now, and here's Hudson Brown, who was hit by a pitch in the first inning. A shot down the line. Meisner knocked it down, threw it too high. Johnson around to third, and I think Hassani might have been thinking about keeping going, but it went out of play. So Hudson Brown here. 296 coming in, a home run and a dozen runs batted in for Hudson, our player of the game a couple of nights ago. Breaking ball misses the outside corner. 1-0 from Kurt Martin. Stretching going on down in the Rogues bullpen. Nobody throwing as of yet. Johnson dancing down from third. Dillon perched on second base. One 1-0 pitch coming to Hudson. Takes in there for a strike, 1-1. Didn't like it that much. Was not to his liking. Got the bottom of the strike zone, so it's 1-1. Sean White to follow Hudson if he can keep it going here in the second. Potters trail 2-1. Slice down the left field line, out of play. Hunter Grasser, we think it's Hunter Grasser stretching out preparatory, or he's getting ready to perhaps warm up, so we'll give you the highlights on that. 1-2 to Hudson. Inside 2-2. Hunter Grasser, 6'2" out of Lower Columbia College, but now he's disappeared from view, so he might have just been trying to get us to say his name, and then he went back and sat down. That's very clever, really. That is very clever. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 out. Second inning. Line down the left field line, but it's slicing, and it's going to be foul. Good idea by Hudson Brown, but just a little bit out. Picked up and left by Jack Peterson. So we'll do it again at 2-2. Asani Johnson at third. Cole Dillon at second. Two-two pitch. Breaking ball misses the outside corner, 3-2. It was close, but Hudson never had a second thought about it. He was into taking his glove off already, tucking the bat under his arm. He knew it. 3-2. Hit sharply at first. Nice short hop over there by Ferrante. He'll go tag the bag for the out. So a good defensive play by Cody Ferrante at first base. No runs on 2 hits, 2 left for the Potters. We go to the top of the third. Medford on top 2-1.
Situated on the corner of Lincoln Boulevard and 5th Street, this iconic building has been the home to several hotels over the decades, the most famous and longest running of which was the Lincoln Inn. Having undergone several renovations and architectural changes, this building is the current home of Old Town Pizza, which boasts not 1 but 2 floors for your dining enjoyment, including open-air seating on the roof. Stop in for a slice today. Or stop by the Lincoln Museum to see the 300-pound cash register that used to adorn the front desk of the Lincoln Inn. For more great history, visit the Lincoln Area Archives Museum and, by appointment only, take their free walking tour of historic downtown Lincoln.
Chris Toy. The sing-along with the lyrics game is going on, and it is hysterical because they're doing it the same way my wife does it, which is she thinks she knows the words, and then she just repeats the same couple of words. And she goes, oh, I was right? She sings Living on a Prayer, and every time there's any she doesn't know, she just goes, Living on a Prayer. And that's what our contestant did. I give them a loud round of applause and say they should be awarded whatever prize is at stake here for the participants of the Fill in the Lyrics game. Tremendous job, and it made me laugh. So confident that she knows the words and really has no idea. So let's just say the name of the song a couple of times, and we'll get through it. Ian Fernandez are going to start us off here in the third against Gerald Hansen. He'll be followed by Levi Jones and Tyler Horner. So it's 2, 3, and 4 for the Rogues, who have a 2-1 lead in Game 3 here. They are looking for their first league win of the season after losing 3 very tough games to Healdsburg. Came in here and lost a 1-run game on Friday and a suspended game that was a walk-off. It finished today outside from Gerald Hansen. One ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Fernandez out of UC Santa Barbara had a home run in Game 2 and singled his first time up today. A big chopper down the third baseline that he beat out. A good try by Cole Dillon, but Fernandez was up to the task. Swing and a miss again. 1-2. So Hunter Grasser has progressed from stretching to actually throwing. So we are monitoring his evolution like we would a new species or something. Chopper down the third baseline. That is foul. People are responding like this is the Dueling Dogs batter, but it's not. And they're just got the cowbell. Willie is just whipping people into a frenzy this weekend. I guess it's having the Rogues back in town. You know, they were coming in when we first started this. They were rivals in, I think, the Great Western League or something, and they had great teams up there. Absolutely great teams. Great rivalry. Breaking ball, call strike 3. Just a perfect pitch by Hansen, and everybody, including Ian Fernandez, knew it. Sometimes that happens. Here's Levi Jones, who flied to center his first time up. 3 for 11 in the series, has 3 runs batted in. Hitting .278, 1 home run, 11 RBI. He's the one who tied the game at 5 last night. It set everything in motion so that we'd finish the game today eventually. Gets away, ball 1. It was a game where in the 10th inning both teams scored 1, the 11th inning both teams scored 1. In the 12th inning, Medford scored 1, and the Potters came up and were able to throw 2 across the plate and win it on a Cade Parker sacrifice fly. Owens hits it high and deep to right field, and it is out of here. So Jones got a hold of one. He's been swinging a hot bat all weekend long. He gets his second home run of the season, picks up RBI number 12, and it's now a 3-1 lead for the Rogues. Not much doubt about that one. 354 feet, I think that's a 4. 99 miles an hour off the bat, so it had a home run all the way. Carson, that is the worst 4 I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I write better than that. I mean, that's a 4 that's had a couple of too many burgers or something. Maybe you do. Maybe you just write a 4 like that. Maybe that's what you do. Horner's hit. He's going to go down to first base. It's like, yeah, somebody came up behind him and shocked him or something. Oh! Tice Peterson, nice try on the Holy Grail. I know exactly what you're saying, Chris Toy. Peterson takes high. He delivered a 2-run single his first time up. 2 for 6 in the series with a home run and now a 2-run single, so 3 runs batted in. Strikeout of Fernandez, the home run by Levi Jones, hit by pitch Tyler Horners at first base. A chopper down the third base line is foul, and the coach, probably quite smartly, just lets it go. Kind of stares at it and lets it go. Activity in the Potters' pen as well. It's like a right-hander getting loosened up down there. Evan Oden. That's slice foul toward the right field side. Evan Oden from Lincoln, California. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Tice Peterson. Tice is out of Oregon State University. He is DHing for the Rogues in this one. Horner short lead at first base. Tice takes low and is blocked by Andrew Sloan. He was the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chris Toy, I asked whether Cider Saturday extended since we were finishing the game on Sunday. I never got a real answer, but I think it should have. Yeah, and I'll tell you, I tried the cider last night. It was actually quite delicious. I'm not a cider guy. Line to right field, Doyle going back, still going back, reaches over and makes a running catch and gets the ball back in the infield. As getting back to first base was Horner, as he thought quite correctly thought that Doyle had misjudged it, but Jacob really runs him down in right field. And he made a nice catch to Rob Peterson for the second out of the inning and bring up Cody Ferrante. Cody grounded to second base back in the first inning, so he is 0 for 1, 1 for 8 in the series out of San Jose State and more locally Granite Bay High School. I still can't get over that 4 that Carson wrote. I might have to drop him down in my rankings. I got to get my rankings out. Here they are. Lauren, of course, is still number 1. Carson was 2 and John was 3, but I haven't seen John around today. So maybe I can't move him up if he's not here. Swinging a foul. Nia's here. I saw her hanging out. But she's perfectly placed where she is. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I lost Jason's name tag, which is no big deal because I wasn't going to move him up anyway. So, I like where it is right now. So, Carson, luckily, nobody's really pressing him. It's like when you're playing in a golf tournament and you get all pars and nobody gets birdies to try to catch up to you. He's kind of staying the course. Yeah, you're going to shoot. You had a 3-stroke lead. You're going to shoot a 72, but nobody's going to shoot a 66, so you're going to be okay. And that's exactly what's happening with Carson. Although he still has Lauren ahead of him, and she does so much, she is not likely to be caught. She doesn't make mistakes either. Outside Ferrante. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, she does a lot of stuff. She's the on-field announcer. She's up here doing the point streak sometimes. She's always, very convivial. Not like, Carson, who can be, a grumpy sort. Ferrante takes a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. If he reaches, Liam Barrett would be next, the center fielder. Rogues on top 3-1. We are in the top of the 3rd inning here. Swing and a miss. Got him on strike. Sloan with the tag. So Hanson strikes out 2, but a home run by Jones puts a run on the board. We go to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Rogues 3. It's the Potters 1.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team that helps keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Bottom of the 3rd inning, Mark the Panama here with you. Chris Toy, the engineer. To my right, Willie Preston, the best in the business, bar none. To my left is Carson, who's number 2 on the intern rankings, and Jason, who hasn't really said a lot today. Sometimes you think he's really upset with something or something like that. He's probably mad because I lost his little name tag, so I can't put him in the intern rankings. He had been as high as 2 and as low as 7, so he'd been fluctuating a lot. He needs to get his mind on the task at hand. Kurt Martin out on the mound for his 3rd inning of work. He's given up 3 hits and 1 run. He'll face Sean White, J.T. Walden, and Jacob Doyle. And I just want to say that I sense a home run this half inning. All right. Sometimes I'm right. I was right with Sean White last time because I called his home run. But with Jake Tandy's home run, I was absolutely wrong because I said he's been hitting singles a lot lately. He's not hitting a home run. Well, there we go. That happens sometimes, Chris Doyle. You'll learn this as a broadcaster. That happens sometimes. White takes a breaking ball and it's a beauty in there for a strike. Sometimes, you put yourself out there and, you get nipped a little bit, It happens. Line drive right back up the middle center field base hit. They had the second baseman on the right behind second base, and Sean White hit it to his left. He's got his 2nd hit of the game, so he's over 400 now. He's at first base, and J.T. Walden will be the hitter. J.T. with a walk his first time up, hitting .333. 4 home runs and 23 runs batted in for J.T. Had a home run in game number 2. He's out at first base for the Potters today. He's already made a nifty little pickup of a ground ball. Fastball in there, call strike 1. Jacob Doyle on deck for the Potters. They trail at 3-1. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Game number 3 on a beautiful Sunday evening with a great crowd out here at McBean Stadium, enjoying all that McBean has to offer. JT lines one into right field off a breaking ball for a base hit. Sean White got a little late start, so he's going to try to turn on the Jets. The throw is going to come through, and White is safe. I don't know if he meant to do that to kind of do a little fake there around second base, but he turned the Jets on. He's into third, so it's 2 hits in a row to start this inning, first and third. That is 5 hits for the Potters, and Jacob Doyle will be the hitter. And a meeting at the mound for the Medford Rogues. They're going to talk it over as Doyle, who's hitting at 360, 3 home runs, 13 runs batted in. In game 2, Jacob was 2 for 5. He scored a run, he drove in one. Both hits were doubles for Jake. And the umpire's like, okay, we came out here for the resumption of the suspended game, and now we're in a real game. I got to let you guys know that the meeting times have been curtailed a little bit. We're going to kind of tighten up the meetings as we assume Hunter Grasser is warming up. Maybe he's trying to get more time for his relief pitcher to warm up, in which a cagey move by the manager. Very cagey. I respect cagey. Here's Doyle. Jacob hasn't. He's had a couple of foul home runs recently, but hasn't had one that counts for a while. He has 3 on the summer with 13 batted in. Hits it right into the hole in the left field for a solid base hit and drives in a run right there. 3-2 now in favor of the Rogues as Doyle picks up RBI number 14. Moving to second is J.T. Walden, 6 hits for the Potters. And here is Cade Parker. And we're going to have a pitching change for the Rogues. We will step away in the bottom of the third. Potters are threatening, but they trail at 3-2.
Being a laborer means everything. It was what took care of me when I was growing up. It's what takes care of me now. Because of President Biden and the money he's put into infrastructure, the need for our workforce to expand is out of this world. When our members are able to go to work on these big projects that are funded by Biden's economic investments, it means continued growth in their wages, in their pensions, in their health benefits. It means they're going to be able to take care of their families.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Here in Michigan, we do more than just survive the winter. We thrive during it. You simply can't keep us away from what we love most: great times and amazing beer. The snow transforms the landscape and lays the path for adventures yet to be had. Trails ready to be explored and freshly groomed hills ready for the first run of the day. And later, as the sun descends, it's time to unwind with great conversation and even better friends. Experience a taste of Michigan winter with Founders Brewing Company, born and brewed in Michigan.
New pitcher for the Medford Rogues in the bottom of the third is Hunter Grasser. 7th appearance. 14 innings, just 11 hits and 2 earned runs. He has struck out 6. He has walked 1. He has an ERA of 1.28. Hunter is coming out of Lower Columbia College, and he's got Cade Parker at the plate, and we also have a change on the bases we'll get to after this pitch. And it's in there for a strike. Will Lindbergh is running for Jacob Doyle at first base. So Jacob with the single, and he will exit in the third inning here. Parker flied to center his first time up. Nobody out here in the inning. Takes a fastball. It's on the corner for a strike. 84 from Grasser. Cole Eaton to follow. 1 run in for the Potters already. We've got Sean White out at second base. Excuse me, J.T. Walden out at second base. Check swing, did he go? They say he did, and Parker is out on strikes. So 1 out, and here's Cole Eaton, who singled his first time up and was thrown out trying to stretch it into a double. So eyes a little too big for the stomach, and, But a single would be fine right now for Cole Eaton. Hit a line drive into right center field that Barrett did a good job cutting off and getting back into the infield quickly. So Grasser a little funky out there. Started off a little slow, then came in with the fastball, and then went to the off-speed stuff again to get Parker. Swing and a miss, off-speed stuff right there. Deceptive delivery, really. 6'2", 215 pounds. As we said, Lower Columbia College, which begs that there must be an Upper Columbia College. And what would you call the rivalry between the two? Inside corner call, strike 2. Chris Toy, that does not work for me. Oh and 2. Check swing, call strike 3. So 2 strikeouts for Grasser. He comes in, throws maybe 1 fastball, and he's got 2 strikeouts, and that'll bring up Andrew Sloan, who walked back in the second inning. The catcher batting in the number 9 spot. Out of UOP in Carmichael, California, Sloan at 233 has driven in 7 runs this summer. Check swing, and it's in there for a strike. Right around 72 miles an hour. Three-two Rogues. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Popped up right side. It's going to get out of play. That was a fastball at 85 from Grasser. So he's come in. He's got a strikeout, and now an 0-2 count on Andrew Sloan. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. So Grasser comes on and strikes out 3 in a row. Potters score once. We go to the 4th. It's Medford 3 and Lincoln 2.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Get a 4th of July Potters t-shirt and 4 Potters tickets. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the topside included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
Top of the 4th inning, Rogues on top, 3-2. New pitcher for the Potters will be Evan Oden out of Lincoln High School and Sierra College. Evan's 5th appearance of the season, 5 innings, 10 hits. He has struck out 5, he has walked 3. Gerald Hansen went 3 innings, gave up 5 hits and 3 runs. He struck out 2 and hit 2. So Hansen leaves behind 3-2, and Liam Barrett will be the first hitter against the right-hander Evan Oden, followed by Langan Naylor and Jack Peterson. 7, 8, and 9 for the Rogues. They've scored twice in the first and once in the third. Potters with 1 in the first and 1 in the third. Both teams left the second inning alone, and here is Liam Barrett, who singled his first time up, and he takes the ball. 4 for 11 in the series, Liam Barrett. Out of UC Santa Barbara, left-handed hitting center fielder. Watches that one high and outside, so it's 2-0. Oden from the windup, the right-hander delivers the 2-0. Took something off that, and Barrett went after what he thought was on it still. 2 balls and 1 strike. Potters won the suspended game, which we finished about a half an hour before this one started, 9-8. Outside, 3-1. 2 runs in the bottom of the 12th for the Potters. Last one on a Cade Parker sacrifice fly to win it. Inside, ball 4. So Barrett gets a base on balls. He is on base for the second time today, and that'll bring up Langan Naylor, who sacrificed his first time, and it looks like he might want to do that again, and he's the Dueling Dogs batter. So, again, unwritten rule, you don't sacrifice if you're the Dueling Dogs batter, but the written rule is if the coach tells you to sacrifice, you sacrifice. You know, I mean, that's what you do. Langan out of Lower Columbia College, and he had the sacrifice back in the second inning. He's the shortstop, and this one's 1 for 5 in game number 1. Does not just sacrifice, takes a fastball in the inside corner at 86 from Evan Oden, and that's 1/3 of the way. And let's see if he misread the signals or exactly his coach wants him to swing away. You know, it's a mystery here. Barrett, the guy who leads off very short and then bounces up and starts moving. Swinging and a miss by Naylor, 0-2. That's a very odd way of leading off a base. You can catch it on the right side of the picture that Chris Toy has given you. Watch as the pitch is going to be delivered, and Liam will get that short lead, very short, and then he'll start jumping up and down, or bouncing up and down. There he goes. 0-2 coming up. That's fouled away by Naylor. It always makes me think he wants to take off. He doesn't have a very big lead, but he's passed, so I don't know. He's missed. He's got me tricked. I don't know about anybody else. I'm glad I'm not pitching. If you saw my first pitch the other day, you'll be glad I'm not pitching as well. I have to look at WebMD to find out how many bones are on the arm that I broke in that pitch. Fouled back to the screen. Because it was the feeling, Chris, like it was like you're throwing it like there was like something imploded inside of my arm. I mean, I know you've had some training. Maybe you can help me with this. Maybe I should talk to Emma about it. Maybe I have a torn rotator cuff for 35 years and I didn't know it. Back in the day, we didn't care about that stuff, you know. We just pitched with it. There goes the runner. The pitch is swung on the ground. It is short. Parker's going to have to go to first, as kept themselves out of the double play with a stolen base attempt. Barrett will move to second. Naylor is retired and does not provide anybody with any half-off beer, which I'm sure he's happy about, but I am not, on the basis of I got general managers bringing me beer. I don't really, you know, I don't need to do that. Here's Jack Peterson, hit by a pitch. Theoretically, Chris Toy says that's the name that Ferris Bueller used. Cameron, Ferris Bueller's friend, Cameron, who ended up on Succession. When he was calling into school? Okay. There you go, Jack Peterson. Mia Sarah. Yep, there you go. There you go. 1 ball and no strikes on Jack Peterson, who was hit by a pitch back in the second inning. Left-handed hitter out of Rice University. I believe that's in Texas. Oden's pitch is inside, 2-0. Jack Meisner, the top of the order on deck. A walk to Barrett, a ground out by Naylor. Barrett taking second. Oden, the Lincoln High product, looks back at second. Delivers it inside, so it's 3-0 on Peterson. Potters in the first stages of warming somebody up with the bullpen, they're throwing the football around, which is what they do. They don't stretch, they throw a football around. These kids today, I'm telling you. Houston, Texas. Okay, I knew they were the Owls. In there for a strike. It just has an odd name when you think about it for a university, unless the benefactor is like Elmore Rice or, Justin Rice or something like that. No, that's not it. 3-1 pitch misses outside. Preston Brook is, he's not warming up, but he's throwing a football, and that's the first stages. Now on the Medford side, they stretch out. On our side, we throw a football. Here's Meisner, who was singled and hit to a double play today. 1 for 2, 3 for 10 in the series. Came into the weekend at .315 with 13 runs batted in. Peterson at first, Barrett at second, both by virtue of the base on balls. That's a fine play to Nachos right there. Nachos just show you mean business. Guys walking back to their seats with nachos, they're going to be busy for a while, okay? They may not see the next couple of plays. Yeah, he does a lot of it. He conducts business while he's eating his nachos. He's making calls and stuff. In there for a strike, answering emails on his phone while he munches on some nachos. Delicious nachos out here at the ballpark. I think that's where I haven't seen Piper in a while, and he's been known to frequent the nacho bar. Inside, gets away. Runners are going to move up to second and third on the wild pitch. So they are in scoring position now. 2-1 on the hitter Meisner. Ian Fernandez to follow, batting in the number 2 spot in game number 3 of this series. Potters took game 1 on Friday, 6-5. They took game 2 on Sunday. What? 9-8. Finished it about 30 minutes before we started this one at 6-12. And we are in game 3. The Rogues have the lead 3-2, and they are threatening here in the top of the 4th with runners at second and third and just 1 out. Meisner lines it into right center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. 2 runs will score, and Meisner's got 2 runs batted in, and it's now a 5-2 ball game in favor of the Rogues. Gives Meisner 15 runs batted in as Barrett scores, as does Peterson. It is now 5-2, and that brings up Ian Fernandez, who is singled and struck out. So Ian is 1 for 2. Two for 7 with a home run before today, so 3 for 9 now. Takes a fastball and hits the outside corner. 0-1. Fernandez also from UC Santa Barbara. Takes that fastball, but it's inside. Evens it up at 1-1. And Meisner has the look of a guy who may want to take off over there. You can always tell the signs. There he goes. It's too high. The throw to second is too late. And Meisner's in. You can always tell the signs, Chris Toy. Going to make it 2 balls and 1 strike as the pitch was called too high for Fernandez. Levi Jones on deck. He homered his last time up. Fernandez takes outside. Nice block by Sloan. Three balls, 1 strike. Up 2-2. Thank you, Chris Toy, for the correction. Meisner at second. And is outside. Now the count is full at 3-2. We know it is because the umpire just went 3-2. I like that. I appreciate that. Ball 4 outside. So third walk of the inning issued by Oden, puts runners at first and second. And we're going to have a meeting at the mound for the Potters, and we'll step away for just a second. Top of the fourth, Rogues on top, 5-2.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Being a laborer means everything. It was what took care of me when I was growing up. It's what takes care of me now. Because of President Biden and the money he's put into infrastructure, the need for our workforce to expand is out of this world. When our members are able to go to work on these big projects that are funded by Biden's economic investments, it means continued growth in their wages, in their pensions, in their health benefits. It means they're going to be able to take care of their families.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street. Only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
New pitcher's Russell Pettis out of Cal State San Marcos, his third appearance of the season. He's given up 2 hits in 2 innings, struck out 3, no runs allowed. He will face Levi Jones here with runners at first and second and 2 runs already in the top of the fourth. First pitch is a strike with the fastball at 90 miles an hour by Russell Pettis out of Elk Grove, California. Headed to Cal State San Marcos. Switch numbers on us. He was number 4 and number 11. Now he's number 21. That's all right. Jones swings and fouls that one into the catcher's glove, so it's 0-2 quickly on Levi Jones, who flied to center in the first and then hit a solo home run back in the third. His 4th hit of the series. And he now has 12 runs batted in the season. He had 2 last night, 1 more today. 0-2. Big chopper to second. Johnson has it. It's going to go to second for 1, back to first, and they got him. Double play 4-6-3. Pettis gets out of it with a couple of pitches, but we go to the bottom of the fourth, and Rogue still on top, 5-2.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of 5 Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5-Star treats us like we're number one. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're 5-Star Bank. How can we help you?
Out $100 bills, and it kills and it thrills like the horns on my Silverado grill. And I buy the bar double round.
Bottom of the fourth inning from McBean Stadium. Potters trailing this one 5-2. Rogues put up 2 in the first, 1 in the third, and 2 in the fourth. And Hunter Grasser still out on the mound because Nate Esposito was former Potters coach and now is the manager of the Rogues. He goes, Grasser, you went in there and struck out all 3 batters you faced. I'm leaving you in. And that's the kind of thing he learned working under the Potters management here in Lincoln. And so we salute Nate for his acumen. He's got his brother on the staff. He's got his dad on the staff. I think Willie Fromke also on the staff. So he's got a real good staff over there with the Rogues. And I know, talking to the GM president, Dave May, he's very happy with the people he has in charge. Top of the order is Hassani Johnson, Cole Dillon, and Hudson Brown against Grasser, who came on in the third inning, struck out Parker, struck out Eaton, struck out Sloan. So Hassani looking to break the strikeout streak and also looking to get a base hit. He has flied to right into a fielder's choice tonight. 3 for 5 in the game 2 just completed a little while before we started this one, and over 400 for the season. Shows bunt, butts it, but it's back to Grasser, and Grasser's going to get it over to first base in time for Johnson. So Hassani with the bunt attempt just got it a little too close to the pitcher and had a pretty big bounce on it too. So 1 out quickly here in the fourth, and Cole Dillon, who's walked and singled, will be the hitter. Walked in the first and hit a hot shot down to third that Meisner knocked down, picked up, and threw to first. Didn't get him, but he threw it over the head of the first baseman, so he was charged with an error, so hitting an error. But here's Dillon, who was 250 coming into the game. Takes that one high for a ball. 1-0, Hudson Brown to follow. Potters trailing at 5-2. In there for a strike. Dillon's going to step out because he says, you know something? I don't think that pitch would have got a ticket on the freeway. It was only 70 miles an hour, but it was perfect. So I'm going to take a minute and think about this. Inside, brought a little bit more heat on that one. 2-1 on Cole Dillon. Dillon chops it out towards shortstop, backhanded by Naylor. He's going to have to hurry to get him at first. He does get him at first base. And Cole Dillon does not agree with that. As a good play by Naylor. Looked very close at first base, but the call is out. So 2 outs here in the fourth inning. And that'll bring up Hudson Brown. We had 2 people ejected in the game Friday, but we've had very cordial relations since then. There's a couple of plays that not really much you can argue about that because the guy's right there. If he says he's out, he's out. You can't ask for help, really. Brown check swing down the third base line, foul. Malone lets that go, so it is 0-1 on Hudson Brown. Trying to get something started with 2 outs here as Grasser has retired all 5 batters he's faced. Down in the dirt, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike on Hudson. That one's in there for a strike. 1-2. Hudson hitting .296 coming into the game. He was hit by a pitch in the first inning, then grounded out to first in the second. So 0 for 1. takes that one down low. Tyler Horner behind the plate in Game 3 of this series for the Medford Rogues. Two and two. Ground ball up the middle, picked up by Naylor at short. Throws the first for the out. So a quiet inning. Grasser has retired all 6 he's faced. We go to the 5th inning. Rogues on top 5-2.
Situated on the corner of Lincoln Boulevard and 5th Street, this iconic building has been the home to several hotels over the decades, the most famous and longest-running of which was the Lincoln Inn. Having undergone several renovations and architectural changes, this building is the current home of Old Town Pizza, which boasts not 1 but 2 floors for your dining enjoyment, including open-air seating on the roof. Stop in for a slice today. Or stop by the Lincoln Museum to see the 300-pound cash register that used to adorn the front desk of the Lincoln Inn. For more great history, visit the Lincoln Area Archives Museum and, by appointment only, take their free walking tour of historic downtown Lincoln.
We're moving on to the top of the 5th in game number 3 of the series between the Potters and the Medford Rogues. It'll be Tyler Horner, it'll be Tice Peterson, it'll be Cody Ferrante. 4, 5, and 6 against Russell Pettis, who came on and got the double play to end the top of the 4th inning. Rogues did score twice in the inning, and they lead 5-2. Horner is grounded to first, and he has been hit by a pitch. And this is the Farmers' 5th inning, so if they retire Tyler Horner by any means necessary, it's half off Farmers Brewing Company for the rest of the inning. And I'll tell you, the Rogues are spoiling the dueling dogs thing. They don't really fall for that. So they've got to give us something. I think last night, the top of the 5th, they singled. No, actually, Peterson hit a home run in the top of the 5th. And then the top of the 5th in game Friday, Meisner singled. So they have not been accommodating to thirsty Potter fans. And I hope the Potters can repay them back when they go to Medford and keep the beer, the discounted beer, out of the Medford fans. In the dirt, 1-0. Andrew Sloan behind the plate. Cole Dillon's at third. Cade Parker at short. At second is Hassani Johnson and J.T. Walden at first. Jacob Doyle in right. Ball 2. Center is Cole Eaton. Left is Hudson Brown. Hanson started, then Evan Oden, and now Russell Pettis. Popped up left side and out of play. Poor Hudson Brown in left field just put his glove up to try to see where the ball was. He had no idea. As the sun, as we say all the time, can be very punishing to the left side of the infield and the left fielder. Hit out there again. This time, Hudson kind of goes, I know it's over there. I'm not worrying about it. Bounce house, not quiet, but not as rock as, well, a Saturday night bounce house. There's a chopper. Be a tough play at shortstop, picked up by Parker. Now he can't get it. It's out of his glove. And safe at first base is Horner. So again, the Rogues do not allow us to retire the first batter in the Farmers' 5th. And it'll be Tice Peterson, who has singled in 2 runs in the first and flied to right in the third on a good play by Jacob Doyle. Swing and miss at a high fastball from Pettis at 90 miles an hour on the dot for Russell. Coming to us out of Elk Grove, California. That one's hit well to left field. Brown's going back. Let's see if he can see it. He reaches up, and what a nice catch in front of the fence by Hudson Brown. Not a familiar left fielder, but he played that one perfectly and made it look easy in left field. Peterson hit it well, but an excellent play by Brown. 1 out, and here's Cody Ferrante, who is grounded to second and struck out in this one. He is 0 for 2, 1 for 9 in the series so far for the first baseman out of Granite Bay High School and San Jose State University. He's followed by Liam Barrett. Still over at first is Horner. Fastball just misses, 1-0. Throw it to first base. And I think the runner played a part in keeping that ball from going down the right field line, which is full of Potters. You know, there's a couple of guys over there practicing their wind-ups, and there is some activity in the bullpen as well. Bluff at first base. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses outside. 2-0 now. Swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and Ferrante way ahead of it. 2-1. Throw over to first base again. That one gets away out of Walden's glove and going to second. As Horner, he's going to think about third, and he's going to keep going. All the way to third goes Tyler Horner. It looked like the throw was pretty good. I think the error's got to be given to the first baseman on that. And it goes all the way down the line. So now at third base is Tyler Horner. 2 balls and a strike on Ferrante. Now he's got to run 90 feet away. Fastball misses outside. Ferrante with 17 runs batted in. 3-1. Liam Barrett to follow. He's been on base a couple of times here in game number 3. Misses with a high fastball. So first and third now with 1 out, and Liam Barrett coming to the plate. The center fielder out of UC Santa Barbara. Singled in the second inning and walked and scored in the fourth. 4 for 11 in the series. No home runs on the summer. 8 runs batted in for Liam. Left-hander against Pettis with runners at first and third. Swings and fouls it back. A high fastball. I think he thought he knew it was coming. He just kind of went after it. And it is fouled off. It's 0-1. Sloan goes out to talk to Russell Pettis. Top of the 5th inning here. Rogue scored 2 in the first, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, and they are threatening here in the 5th with Horner at third and Ferrante at first. There goes the runner. The pitch is popped up out of play, and he will have to go back the runner, and 0-2 on the hitter Liam Barrett. Langan Naylor is on deck. Shout out to Stones McCoy, who came in and he worked the game 2 last night. It wasn't over, so he came in and worked game 2 today and then took the family out, bidding their daughter farewell as she returns to the East Coast to, she says, go to college. Who knows? That is ball 1. I mean, he sends her off every once in a while and says she's going to college, and she seems to act like she does, so I guess it works for them. Line drive, right field foul. So they're doing sushi tonight. Probably one of those fabulous Roseville establishments. Yeah. A lot of sushi places. Placer County full of sushi. Yep. Yes, it is. Use your expertise on the ocean and do sushi. I wouldn't think of us as a seaside village here. 1-2 I almost went. It's worth an ask, you know. But they'll call it 2-2, and they won't listen to me, which is probably good. Grassy knoll well populated down the left field line. The new revamped grassy knoll. 2-2 pitches chopped to Hassani Johnson. He's going to go to first for the out. Now throws the ball past Walden at first base. Horner already scored, and now going to third is Ferrante. So it'll be an RBI for Barrett. He reaches on. I don't know who to give the air to. I'm going to look to Carson and Jason to help me out. Okay, they're going to give it to the first baseman on that. Ferrante is over at third. Reaching first is Barrett. Again, he does get an RBI because the run was scoring from third. Regardless, that would have only been the second out of the inning. Naylor is going to bunt it. Picked up by Pettis. A run will score. He throws it and almost waits too long. And Naylor will get credit for a sacrifice. He'll also get an RBI, and scoring is Ferrante. So 2 runs in for the Rogues. 3 errors for the Potters in the inning. So it is 7-2 now, and that'll bring up Jack Peterson. Ball comes out of the bullpen of the Potters. Barrett moved to second on the bunt. Perfectly executed safety squeeze by the Rogues as Naylor put it to the left of the pitcher's mound. Scoring easily was Ferrante. Peterson has been hit by a pitch and walk, so he hasn't done much really yet. Takes outside with a fastball, 1-0. 1-0 on Jack. Jack Meisner, back-to-back jacks for the Rogues. That is outside for a ball. 2-0, Jack Meisner on deck, leadoff hitter. That is in there for a strike. Tough inning for the Potters, but I have to enjoy whenever somebody gets a Leatherby Sunday in a batting helmet. It's still a good night, you know. I mean, yeah, it's a 7-2 game right now, but, you know, brought up a couple of Sundays in batting helmets. It's pretty good stuff. 2-1 pitch. It is high, ball 3. Three and 1 on Peterson. That is ball 4, too low. So 2 walks, a sacrifice, 3 errors, and a fly out. And the Rogues have 2 runs in, and we're going to have a meeting at the mound. I think we're going to get a new pitcher because he's already walking in. So we'll take a step away. Top of the 5th inning, Medford on top, 7-2.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the topside included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects.
got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
New pitcher for the Potters is Tanner Bradley, the youngster out of Cardinal Newman High School and headed to the University of Oregon, making his initial pitching appearance for the Potters this summer. He will face Jack Meisner with runners at first and second and a couple runs in for the Rogues. Jack is 2 for 3 and he has a couple of runs batted in. And he lines that one into left center. That's a base hit. Coming around third and scoring is Barrett. They're going to try to send them both as the throw comes into second, and here comes a runner from first that slides across the plate, and he scores. So Peterson came all the way around from first. It's 2 more runs batted in for Meisner. He'll get credit for a double. He's got 4 driven in, 4 scored in the inning for the Rogues, and they lead 9-2. And here's Ian Fernandez. Barrett scored easily, but Peterson just never stopped, and the ball came in from Eaton in center field to second base, and Jack just kept on going. Fernandez has singled, walked, and struck out. Here's Piper the Peacock. Gets through the catcher, and going down to third will be Meisner. I think Andrew says that's not the pitch I was expecting, and he's going to get timeout and go talk to Tanner Bradley. So 4 runs in for the Rogues in the inning. They have 1 hit. Potters have walked 2 and have committed 3 errors. You can't start We're an American Band, Willie, and then stop it. Come on. He starts We're an American Band and gets to the fire and he stops it. I thought he was a professional. 1-0 pitch is a fastball right down the middle at 92 from Tanner Bradley. Now I've got to hear that song. Willie's got to play that song for us, Chris Toy. Another fastball, another strike, another 92. I mean, I was a Grand Funk fan way before that song. That song should have been like, oh, they're selling out. But no, it was too good. It was just too good. Come on. E pluribus funk. Outside, it's like that. The album was shaped like a coin. I got it at home. I'll bring it in next game. We can put it on our turntable here. We should have a cool turntable in here. That would be nice. Teach Willie to start a song and then stop it. 2-2 from Tanner. Catches the outside corner at 92 for the strike. 4 runs for the Rogues. They leave a couple. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Rogues lead this one 9-2.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student-athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Bottom of the 5th inning, Potters trailing this one 9-2, but it doesn't keep Piper from doing his dance contest with the hot dog song. Hot dog, you diggity dog. Another tremendous performance by Piper the Peacock. If he could just stick with conducting dance contests and not do the mascot race, it probably would be better for everybody involved. Hunter Grasser goes out to the mound. He has been good. He came on in the 3rd inning with a lot of runners on base and struck out 3 straight guys. Then he got 3 straight ground outs in the 4th inning, so he's 6 for 6, and he'll face Sean White, J.T. Walden, and Will Lindberg. Sean has a couple of singles in this one. Picked up an RBI, his 13th back in the 1st inning. Grasser's been throwing the ball between 78 and 85, so not overpowering anybody. Sean from Georgia Southern University starts us off here in the bottom of the 5th. And it is down low for a ball. Grasser from Lower Columbia College. Gets that one in on the inside corner. Allowed 11 hits in 14 innings, but only 2 runs before tonight, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 tonight. Sean takes low and outside, 2-1. Potters won the suspended game 2 of the series, which we finished a while back. They won it with 2 in the bottom of the 12th, 9-8. White takes inside, 3-1. That one's sub 70. I was giving him a little bit too much credit. That one was 69 miles an hour. Inside, ball 4. So the first base runner allowed by Grasser is a walk to Sean White, and here's J.T. Walden. J.T. got a walk in the 1st inning and then ripped a single in the 3rd. Both of those were off Kurt Martin. JT takes the ball, 1-0. Will Lindberg on deck. He came on to run for Jacob Doyle back in inning number 3. This will be his first at bat. JT takes a strike on the outside corner. 1-1. Lead at first by Sean. JT hits it right back up the middle. At second base, Naylor picked it up, steps on the base, throws to first, and that's a pretty easy double play for the Rogues. Just like that, 2 are out. And here's Will Lindberg, his first time up on the night. Will out of Gold River, California. And Cal State Northridge steps up here. So Grasser allows a runner, but erases him immediately on a double play. Lindberg takes a ball. Cade Parker to follow here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Will takes the strike. 1-1 on Lindberg. Piper conducting, holding court with the youngins down there. Will takes inside. 2 balls and 1 strike on Lindberg. 2 outs here in the 5th. Rogues enjoying a 9-2 advantage. Outside. 3-1 on Will. White opened up with the walk in the inning. Then J.T. Walden hit the ball right at second base, and Naylor was standing right there, turning it into a double play. And it's 3-1 on Will Lindberg. Right down the middle, 3-2. Full count. Loosening up, going on in, I think, both bullpens probably. Lindbergh hits it sharply but fouled down the first base line into the Potters bullpen, so loosening up going on down there now. Cade Parker waiting his turn on deck. Cade with the sacrifice fly that decided game number 2. Outside, ball 4. I think Michael Marquez might be warming up for the Potters. Or might be Ciccolino. Ciccolello. Vincent's back and listed as number 10. But I think Michael was wearing the number the other day, so we'll just have to wait and see. We think it's number 10 warming up at the point. Here's Cade Parker. Vincent Ciccolello returning to the Potters. Chopped foul. Brock Cordes, a right-handed pitcher out of Eastern Oregon, is loosening up for the Medford Rogues. As Lindbergh leads at first, and Parker waits for the 0-1 from Grasser. Sails that one high and inside. 1-1. Cole Eaton to follow. Potters trying to get something going. They trail this one 9-2. We're in the bottom of the 5th. From McBean Stadium, a very nice crowd out here on a Sunday. Want something to cheer about. That one's popped up and out of play. And they can't cheer about beer specials because the Medford hitters won't allow us to enjoy any, which is rude behavior to your guests, or from the guest to the host, that is. Check swing, he went around, strike 3. So Grasser gets his 4th strikeout as Cade Parker does not agree with the assessment, but he is out on strikes. We'll go to the top of the 6th, Rogues 9, Potters 2.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in our store, our conference facilities, an amazing team that helps keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Top of the 6th inning, Tanner Bradley still out on the hill for the Potters. The right-hander will face Levi Jones, Tyler Horner, and Tice Peterson, 3, 4, and 5 for the Rogues, who enjoy a 9-2 lead. Some changes for the Potters. Hudson Brown moves in from left field to first base. J.T. Walden is out of the game as Eli Small, who appeared as a pinch runner in game number 2, the resumption of game number 2. He will move out and to the field into left field. So Eli Small from Elkhorn, Nebraska, University of Kentucky, is now our left fielder. Hudson Brown's our first base. Hudson said, yeah, you take me out of left field when the sun goes down. You put the new guy out there. Come on. Sloan's throw to second on the money. We're ready to go here in the top of the 6th. Potters have committed 3 errors in that 5th inning, helping to allow for 4 runs for the Rogues. And Jones, who has flied to center, hit a home run and grounded into a double play, will be the first hitter. Picked up RBI number 12 with that solo home run in the 3rd. A no-doubter to right field for the second baseman out of Oregon State University. Fastball misses outside. It's 1-0. Tyler Horner to follow, and then Tice Peterson. High in the air, center field. Eaton going to come in a little bit and make the catch for an easy first down. For Bradley, one out here in Tyler Horner, who is grounded to first, been hit by a pitch and reached on an error. Scored a run in the 5th inning. Came into this game hitting .500 on the year with 5 runs batted in. He is now 4 for 11 in this series out of Oregon Tech University. Fastball misses low and outside. 1-0. Big news here at Lauren has retained her number 1 spot in the intern rankings. Carson number 2, but a move at number 3, Nia has jumped over John to take over the number 3 spot. Fouled out of play. Giving chase in left field is Eli Small. That's just because he's the new guy. He would have just let it go if he wasn't. But he chased it all the way down and picked it up and everything. Elena's still in number 5, then Ryan and Ava. And again, I lost Jason's name thing, so he can't be in it anymore. But I would put him in there. If he has been good today, so I might have to find his name tag. Grounder foul down the third base line. He's been pretty good. Not great, but pretty good. I mean, not enough to jump into the top 4, for instance. I'm trying to build him along and help him evolve. 1-2. Sales outside, 2-2. Tice Peterson ready to come up. The next hitter batting in the 5 spot. Hit out to left field. Small giving chase. Still going after it, and that's going to drop in front of him for a base hit. Gets it in quickly and keeps Horner to first, and the throw is right on target to second base. And Horner's got himself his first hit of this 3rd game, his 5th hit in the series. And the 8th hit for the Rogues in game number 3. And here's Tice Peterson, who got a hit back in the 1st inning that drove in 2 runs. A 2-run single, then he flied to right and flied to left. So Tice is 1 for 3. 2 for 8 in the series with a home run and a 2-run single. Hits it sharply into the hole, into left field for a base hit. So Peterson has his 2nd hit of the game. Hit number 9 for the Rogues, and with 2 on and 1 out, Cody Ferrante will be the hitter, the first baseman. He has walked, he has struck out, he has grounded to second. Left-handed hitter steps in against the right-hander Tanner Bradley. Sails that fastball outside again. 1-0. On the left-hand inning, Ferrante from San Jose State. Sloan will go out and talk to Tanner Bradley. Make sure they're on the same page. Ferrante, a local guy from Granite Bay High School. Probably has a couple of fans out here. Medford very well represented. They were at the Brick and Barrel last night. I know my son was there, and he said he saw a throng of Medford fans there. So Vincent Ciccolello is the right-hander warming up in the pen, according to Carson, which is all I need to hear. He's the number 2 ranked intern. He can't afford to make a mistake like that. There's too much at stake for him. Breaking ball. Looks like it might have caught that outside corner, but it's outside for a ball. 2-0. Good take by Ferrante. Gives him the 2-0 hitter's count. Left-handed hitter. Slightly open stance against Tanner Bradley, who brings it up at about 92 with the fastball. There is the fastball, but he misses. 3-0. In there for a strike. He was getting ready to throw the bat away, but call strike for 3 balls and 1 strike. Liam Barrett, the center fielder, is next for the Rogues, who lead this one 9-2. That's fouled out of play, so Tanner back in the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. The latest Rogue pitcher doing his stretching out there. So we've learned that's how the Rogues do their pitching. They do their stretching, then they do their throwing. Potters throw footballs. So, I mean, to each their own, I think. Both excellent programs. They can do it different ways. Coming up the 3-2 pitch. Inside ball 4, and it bounces over into the stands. So let's see if they're going to give the runner. So I would think if you're the coach, you're trying to get Tyler Horner to go all the way since the ball left the field of play. Sloan goes out to talk to the pitcher. Rogues maybe decide, well, you know, we're just going to kind of play this one cool. No problem. We're up 9-2. Things are looking good. So Liam Barrett will be the hitter. Ciccolello warming up for the Potters. Still 1 out. Inning started with Levi Jones flying out to center, then a single by Horner, a single by Peterson, and a walk to Fronte. And here's Barrett, who has singled, walked, and reached on an error. He does have an RBI. He has scored 2 runs in this game. Four for 12 in the series. Also out of UC Santa Barbara. Bases loaded with Rogues. Fastball strike outside corner. Potter straight away and deep for Barrett. Misses outside with that one. Back up at about 90 for Bradley, but misses outside, so it's 1-1. Naylor to follow. Inside on the corner for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tanner working from the stretch. Breaking balls popped up back to the screen. If it would have got over that screen, it might have had enough topspin. It could have come right in here, Chris Toy. I think you would have made the play. I don't count on Stones to make that play. I think you would have made the play. You would have tried to make the play. No, he would not have pulled the great Matt Pearson over at ARC, who, well, I don't even want to talk about it. Check swing, he went. I think he did. Barrett's out on strikes. Second out of the inning, second strikeout for Tanner Bradley, and now it comes down to Langan Naylor, who has sacrificed bunted in the second. He grounded to short in the fourth, and then he squeezed in a run in the fifth. So a couple sacrifice bunts and RBI for Langan. He's at shortstop today for the Rogues in game number 3. He is the dueling dogs batter. He has not been cooperative so far. Fouls that one off, so we're 1/3 of the way there. Or as they sang in the thing, oh, we're halfway there. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. We're halfway there. And they gave her the prize, and well, they should have. 0-1. Fastball misses outside, just barely snagged by Andrew Sloan. And the dogs begin to start barking here. They haven't had a lot to really bark about in this game 3. That's chopped over the mound to second base. Johnson's going to step on second himself and get out of the inning with the forced play. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Rogues still on top, 9-2.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Here in Michigan, we do more than just survive the winter. We thrive during it. You simply can't keep us away from what we love most: great times and amazing beer. The snow transforms the landscape and lays the path for adventures yet to be had. Trails ready to be explored, and freshly groomed hills ready for the first run of the day. And later, as the sun descends, it's time to unwind with great conversation and even better friends. Experience a taste of Michigan winter with Founders Brewing Company, born and brewed in Michigan.
Bottom of the sixth inning, Rogues on top 9-2. The new pitcher's Brock Cordes. He is 1-1 with a 2.84 ERA, making his fourth appearance. He started one game, 12 2/3 innings, 18 hits, and 4 earned runs. He is struck out 8. He has walked 3. And he will come on to face Cole Eaton, Andrew Sloan, and Hassani Johnson here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Hunter Grasso was tremendous. 3 innings pitched, no hits, no runs. He walked 1. He struck out 4. That one is an off-speed pitch, swung and a missed. Remind me of in game number 2, I think it was Justin Evasovich, came out of the pen and went 5 innings and gave up just 4 hits and a single run. So Medford has had one reliever in both games who really come out and shown out, and that one is outside. Cordes out of Eastern Oregon University, 6'2", 200 pounds. Eaton is singled and struck out, and he chops that one down to third. Handled by Meisner. He's going to have a long throw. It's going to be high, but it's going to be in time at first base. So Eaton grounds out third to first for the first out, and that'll bring up Andrew Sloan. Walk and a strikeout for Andrew in this one. Comes in at 233. 7 runs batted in for the Carmichael, California product and UOP student and athlete. Cordes works from the windup. Drops one in for a strike. Hassani Johnson to follow. We're in the bottom of the sixth. Potters with 6 hits in the game, but none since the third inning. Ball comes out of the bullpen. Hassani Johnson's going to run it down. Potters used to be very bad at that. They had a lot of balls coming out of their bullpen. Then they got better in recent years, but this year it's not starting off well. Actually, starting out, it's the 23rd game, I think, of 40. High fastball. Minor no game tomorrow. Tuesday, it's the Solana Mudcats, another PEL game. Come on out and check it out at 6:35. That's hit sharply out towards shortstop, picked up out there by Naylor. And he has him by a couple of steps at first base. So 2 ground ball outs by the Potters here in the bottom of the sixth. And Hassani Johnson will be the hitter. Fly to right, fielder's choice, grounded. Well, he actually didn't ground back to the pitcher. Tries to bunt for a base hit, and it went back to the pitcher. Grasser threw him out. So Tuesday, it's the Solana Mudcats, and Wednesday is off. Thursday, the AE Express comes in for an out-of-league contest, and then the Potters go on the road to Humboldt. They're back, I believe, on July the 2nd. It might be the Mudcats again. Hassani takes high for a ball. So just 2 chances to catch your Potters next week before they go up to Humboldt and hopefully take 3 more from the Crabs. It'll be tough up there in that environment, though. Johnson takes down low. They beat Humboldt 8-5 in game 1 here. They walked them off in game 2. and walked him off again in Game 3. Game 2 was 11 innings. Game 3, a Jake Tandy 3-run home run. High for a ball, 3-0. Potters and Rogues Friday night, it was 6-5 Potters. Game 2, which finished today, it was 9-8 Potters. And right now it's 9-2 Rogues as the pitch is called strike one. Asani seemed to think that it was a foot outside, so it shouldn't be a strike. And he might have grounds for a complaint. Hits that one back up the middle and is going to get himself a base hit. Everybody's going to dive for it, but it's going to make it into center field anyway. So Johnson gets the hit. He had 3 hits in game number 2. First hit for the Potters since the 3rd inning, 7th overall, and that'll bring up Cole Dillon. Cole walked in the first, singled infield in the second, and then grounded to short in the 4th. So Cole is 1 for 2. Came into the game at 250 out of Rockwall, Texas. Hudson Brown on deck. Drops that one in, but a little too low, so it's ball 1. That one is in there for a strike, evens it up 1-1. Tyler Horner behind the plate for the Rogues in this one. Meisner at third, Naylor at short, Jones at second, Ferrante at first, Fernandez, Barrett, and Peterson in the outfield. And Brock Cordes on the mound, and he delivers it outside. 2-1. Rockwall is in northeastern Texas. Not in the chimney, though. To the right, to the east of the chimney. Yeah. Line drive center field. It might stay up for Barrett, and it does, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. Potters get a hit, but nothing else. We go to the 7th. They trail 9-2.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Here in Michigan, we do more than just survive the winter. We thrive during it. You simply can't keep us away from what we love most: great times and amazing beer. The snow transforms the landscape and lays the path for adventures yet to be had. Trails ready to be explored, and freshly groomed hills ready for the first run of the day. And later, as the sun descends, it's time to unwind with great conversation and even better friends. Experience a taste of Michigan winter with Founders Brewing Company, born and brewed in Michigan.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Knocked on my front door with my teenage boy and a couple more from up the road. He had him by the collar, said he...
Top of the 7th inning from McBean Stadium. Vincent Ciccolello will make his debut for the Potters in this top of the 7th. The right-hander out of Cal State Monterey Bay will face Jack Peterson. He will face Jack Meisner, and he will face Ian Fernandez. We know that. Those are the first 3 hitters scheduled, as the Rogues enjoying a 9-2 lead here in the top of the 7th. Peterson has had an eventful day at the plate. He was hit by a pitch in the second. He walked and scored in the fourth, and he walked and scored in the fifth. So he has no official at-bats. He's scored 2 runs. And he will lead off here in the 7th inning. Jack out of Rice University. The Owls, as Chris has informed me, from Houston, Texas. Fastball misses outside. 88 from Ciccolello, who is a pretty live fastball as we've learned from years gone by. Summers gone by anyway. High fly ball, center field. Eaton coming in. Shortstop's going out, though, Cade Parker. And he will make the play in short left center field. So 1 out quickly here in the 7th, and Jack Meisner, who has 3 hits in the game, a single in the first, a single in the fourth, and a double in the 5th. He's driven in 4 runs, and he's scored 1, so he's 3 for 4, hit into a double play in the second. So he'll probably take 3 hits and 4 RBI and 1 double play. It kind of works out pretty well in his favor. Up here for his 5th time. 2 for 8 coming in the series. Check swing, and he went around on the off-speed pitch for a strike. Chris Toy gave the raised right hand, which is more than some of the umpires give us. Although this umpire, he signals it fine. Yeah, no problem with this guy. No problem. That's in there for a strike. Oh, and 2. Chopper out towards second. Johnson's going to wait for the second hop. He's got time. Gets it over to Hudson Brown at first base for the out. 2 up and 2 down in the 7th, and Ian Fernandez will be the hitter. He struck out twice. He's singled once and walked once. So 1 for 3, 3 for 10 on the series with a home run for Ian. He had that one, a 2-run blast in last night's game. Game 2 of this series, won by the Potters this afternoon, 9-8. Fernandez from UC Santa Barbara up here against Ciccolello, making his Potters debut in the 2024 season. Breaking ball in there for a strike. 0-1. No activity that we can see in the pen for the Rogues. That's outside and low. Got a catcher out there. No footballs flying around. But Preston Brook is up and throwing again. The right-hander out of William Jessup. One ball, 1 strike. Chopped right back off the middle. Off of Ciccolello, and shortstop's going to pick it up. No, actually he's going to kick it, but eventually it get picked up by the left side of the infield. It's a solid hit for Fernandez. Make sure that Vitson is okay on the mound. He might get to throw a pitch or something. He's going to wave everybody off. I'm fine. Come on. And that'll bring up Levi Jones. Flied to center, homered, hit into a double play, and flied to center again. So he is 1 for 4, the second baseman from Oregon State University. Swings and misses at that off-speed offering from Ciccolello. 0-1. The baby who was the inspiration for Baby and a Beer is leaving. Or maybe just relocating. Swing and a miss, yeah. I would say you got to stay for the stretch. You got to stay for the 7th-inning stretch, though. That's what I say. 0-2 on Jones. Great crowd out here on a Sunday night. Not such a great outcome so far here. Fastball inside, 1-2. Tyler Horner will be next if Jones keeps the inning going. I'll work on that beer and a brew, or baby and a brew. Baby and a brew, I think is what it was. Oh, we're going to work on that. Let's see exactly what the tie-in is. That's down low for a ball, and runner's going to get into second base Fernandez steals second. I think it's just had a baby. Boy, do you need a beer. Yeah. Or kind of like not just had a baby, but chasing a baby around, you need a beer. Yeah. If you have a baby, you need a beer. Baby in one arm, you need a beer in the other one. That's the way our parents used to do it. I think that's kind of the way I did it. But it was a different time then. 2-2 pitch sails high and away, 3-2. Yeah, margaritas. Well, they used to be allowed in the delivery room. Tend to be frowned on now because of all the, 3-2. That is a fine sight, though, when the doctor greets you with a margarita. High in the air, left center field. Eaton giving chase, giving ground, still going after it, and he's not going to get it. That's against the wall. Jones is at second. He's going to go for third. A run scores, and Jones is going to have himself an RBI triple, and it's going to be 10-2 for the Rogues. So Jones with another RBI, another extra base hit. He hit that one well, deep to left center. If Cole Eaton can't get to it, then you've hit it pretty far. $11 hits for the Rogues in this one. They now lead at 10-2. And here's Tyler Horner. Inside for a ball. Tyler has grounded to first. He has been hit by a pitch, reached on an error, and singled. Lines that one down the right field line, but it's in foul territory. It's actually in the bullpen. Look out down there. Preston Brook and all the other people who are down there warming up because that was coming right at you. 1-1 now. Horner hitting .500 coming into the game tonight. He is 1 for 3. Fastball inside corner strike. 88 from Cicolello. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got Horner on strikes, but a run scores for the Rogues. They leave one. We go to the bottom of the seventh. Potter fans are stretching, but it's a tough one. They're down 10-2. Bottom of the seventh inning, end of beer sales at the end of this half inning. So that's Willie Preston, as he is a responsible broadcaster, put that out to the fans that, hey, I don't want to get harsh and mellow or anything. I know this has not been a great game so far, but there's still 3 outs left to go ahead and get some beers. And I think a couple of them said, you're right, Willie. You're a fine fellow and you're a good individual, and I'm going to go get a beer. And that's exactly what they've done. Brock Cordes is back out on the hill for the Rogues. He will face Hudson Brown. Sean White and Will Lindbergh came in for Doyle. J.T. Walden, but that'll be Eli Small. That's who that'll be, Eli Small. So Eli will bat third. He will bat in JT's spot. Hudson Brown, who has been hit by a pitch, grounded to first and grounded to short. So Hudson is 0 for 2. He came in at 296. And he takes the ball down low from Cordes out of Eastern Oregon University. That one is in there for a strike. I know there's a Southern Oregon. There's probably a Western Oregon. I don't think there's a Northern Oregon. Popped up out of play. 1-2. Sean White next. Got a couple of hits and a walk tonight. One of the few Potters that have been effective offensively, as the Potters have mustered just 7 hits in the first 6 innings off a trio of pitchers outside. Martin started, went 3 innings, gave up 6 of those hits. Then Grasser, 3 innings, no hits. And Cordes, in his second inning, has given up 1 hit. There's a grounder down to third, picked up by Meisner. Low throw, scooped up at first base for the out. So 1 out here in the 7th inning, and here is Sean White. So Sean hitting at .392 coming in, singled in a run in the first, singled and scored in the third, and then walked in the 5th. So 2 for 2 for the right-handed DH. He has 2 home runs and 13 runs batted in. He's also behind 0-1 as he takes that breaking ball for a strike. One and one. Martin went 2+ innings, then Grasser came on, finished the third, and went to 4th and 5th, and gave way to Cordes back in the 6th. Gave up a hit, but nothing else, and he's retired. Brown here to start the 7th inning. Sean lifts that one foul down the right field line. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Sean. Tries to pour that one in there, a little rainbow. Breaking ball, 3-2. White takes ball 4, and he'll go down to first base. He's on base for the 4th time in the game. And here comes the debut of Eli Small. Eli out of Elkhorn, Nebraska, University of Kentucky, making his first appearance at the plate, a left-handed hitter. Eli takes the strike. Cordes at 86 miles an hour on the fastball. Walden was 1 for 2 while he was in there. Eli takes high. 1-1. Will Lindbergh is next. Good lead by White at first. Eli hits a little blooper out to second. Jones is going to take it for the second out. Jones thought about letting it bounce and trying to get a double play, but Eli was down the line, so that would not have worked. And here's Will Lindbergh. Came on in the 3rd inning for Jacob Doyle, walked in the 5th, so he has no official at bat. Jacob was 1 for 2 while he was in there, flied to center and singled. So Lindbergh's got White at first and 2 outs here in the 7th. Check swing outside for a ball, 1-0. Down low again, 2-0. That is ball 3. Cade Parker on deck. Potters trailing this one 10-2. 3 balls and no strikes on Will. Takes strike 1. 0-1, or excuse me, 3-1. Takes strike 2. I think Will thought he had ball 4 and now ball 5. And it's 3-2 with 2 outs and White at first base. He'll be going. Grounder down to first base. Short hopped by Ferrante, and he makes the play himself at first. So good defensive play by Ferrante at first base. Potters get a base runner, but nothing more. We go to the 8th inning. They trail 10-2.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of Five Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number one. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're Five Star Bank. How can we help you?
Out $100 bills, and it kills and it thrills like the horns on my Silverado grill. And I buy the bar double round.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Fans want to keep restoring and renovating historic McBean Stadium? Now you can become a member of Friends of McBean. Annual membership start at $50. Get a 4th of July Potters t-shirt and 4 Potters tickets. Become a member now at friendsofmcbean.org.
Top of the 8th inning here from McBean Stadium, 10-2 Rogues. It'll be Peter Caldera headed to Sac State as the new Potter pitcher, making his 3rd appearance. 2 innings, 1 hit, and 2 runs. 2 strikeouts and 3 walks. So Caldera will face Tice Peterson, Cody Ferrante, and Liam Barrett here in the top of the 8th. The slider misses outside, 1-0. Tice has got a 2-run single. He's flied to right, he's flied to left, and he's singled again. So he is 2 for 4 in this one. Down in the dirt, 2-0. That's in there for a strike. 2 in the first, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, and then 4 in the fifth, and then a single run in the 7th. The Rogues have piled up 10 runs. Potters with single runs in the first and third. 2-1 pitches outside. 3-1. 6 games in 6 days. Potters will take a break tomorrow, then back Tuesday, 6:35 against the Solano Mudcats. That's a Pacific Empire League game. That's in there for a strike, 3-2. Then another day off, and then the AE Express, that is not a league game, come in at 6:35. Check it out. LincolnPotters.com for tickets to Thirsty Thursday and for 2 for Tuesday. Foul out of play. The Potters go on the road, and they're back on the Tuesday of the 4th of July week with more activity. And the big 4th of July game, of course, I think the Kings, I think, are the opposition for the 4th of July game. Swing and a miss. Caldera comes all the way back and gets the strikeout to open up the 8th. Peterson is now 2 for 5, and here's Cody Ferrante, who has struck out, grounded to second, walked in, walked again. So he is 0 for 2 in this one. Out of Granite Bay High School and San Jose State. Granite Bay High Grizzlies, San Jose State Spartans. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Something off that one, a swing and a miss, 0-1. My high school was the Spartans. Not around anymore. Extinct. It's a library or something now. inside with the breaking ball. They said, but we've had prestigious alum like, yeah, and that's why they closed it. They said, that's what you got for 50 years or whatever it is. In the dirt, 2-1. It's a merit-based system. You got to have some merits out there. It's a rewards. You got to get rewards for what you do, and if you don't do anything, they just shut you down and make you a library. Although I do like libraries, and so there's nothing wrong with that. Grounded down the third base line. That's a fair ball headed toward the corner, picked up by Eli Small, rounding first, but staying there is Ferrante. And he's got his first hit of the game. 12th hit for the Rogues, and with one out and Ferrante at first, it'll be Liam Barrett, the center fielder. He's singled, he's walked, he's reached on an air. Got a pinch runner coming on for Ferrante. That is going to be Kyle Cox. So Kyle Cox will run for Cody Ferrante. Saw Kyle in game 2 at first base as well. He's out of St. Edward's University. Barrett. One for 3 tonight with a walk. He scored twice. He's driven in a run. Inside for a ball. Liam out of UC Santa Barbara. Covers a lot of ground out in center field, as does Cole Eaton for the Potters. One hopper to shortstop, and under the shortstop's glove into short left field, and staying at second base is Cox. Parker trying to make the either the catch in the air or trying to make the short hop on that one to turn 2. Could not make the play. And Barrett is safe at first base. Cox now at second, and Langan Naylor will be the hitter. Langan with a couple of sacrifices, an RBI, and a ground out to shortstop, and a fielder's choice. So 0 for 2, and then is in there for a strike. Oh and 1. Right back up the middle, center field base hit. Rounding third is Cox. They're going to bring him. The throw is cut off, and Cox slides head first anyway. And it's an RBI single for Naylor, an 11-2 lead for the Rogues. .14 hits now for the Rogues. Staying at second base is Barrett. Naylor picks up his second run batted into the game, and here's Jack Peterson. Peterson hit by a pitch, 2 walks, and a pop out to shortstop. Inside for a ball. Swing and a miss by Peterson. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jack Meisner at the top of the order on deck. Got activity in the bullpen for the Rogues, and that ball is down low. That's inside for a ball. Josh Jackson loosening up, the right-hander out of Umpqua Community College. That's a strike on the inside corner. I hope he doesn't come in so I don't have to say Umpqua all the time. I suppose I could just not say it. Too late. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. And Peterson's down on strikes for the second out here in the inning. And that will bring up the top there. Jack Meisner has had a really good night. He singled in the first, hit into a double play in the second, but then a 2-run single in the fourth, a 2-run double in the fifth, and a ground out in the seventh. So he is 3 for 5. He's driven in 4 runs. He is a candidate for the Medford Rogues player of the game, but that's not the Old Town Pizza player of the game. High fastball, 1-0. Slice foul over the grassy knoll, over the bounce houses, into the park proper, McBean Park, home to McBean Stadium. One ball, one strike on Jack. He's playing at third base. Had 13 runs batted. Now he has 17. That's off the glove of the catcher Sloan, and everybody's going to move up. Puts Naylor at second and Barrett at third. So Meisner now with 17 runs batted in. Two-one. Strike two inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Meisner out of UC Santa Barbara. Well, he's asking for cowbell. We've got some righteous fans giving him cowbell. Swing and a foul. So he stays alive at the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Grounder down the first base line, but that'll be foul as well, out into the bullpen area where there's nobody throwing footballs, and so someone can scoop that up and return it to the proper authorities. Barrett at third, Naylor at second. 1 run in already for the Rogues here in the 8th. 2-2 coming up. Down the third baseline, and that is foul. So he's spreading around different parts of the ballpark, but they're all foul balls. The umpire gets resupplied, and we can go again. New shipment came in. Do 2-2 again. I don't know where that missed. 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And sails outside, ball 4. So that loads the bases for Ian Fernandez, who's got a couple of singles, a couple of strikeouts, and a base on balls. So he is 2 for 4. Also from UC Santa Barbara, Caldera is going to go back to the windup. Chopper is going to be a tough play at third. Barehanded it, throws to first, and got him at first. That was excellent work by Cole Dillon. All he could do to get it to first. Fernandez takes a tumble. Hopefully he's okay. A run scores here in the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Rogues up 11-2.
This job is the Esplanade at Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the top side included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe, manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so beating the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment and know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
Hi, Bill Evans, President of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team helped us keep together an amazing organization, and we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders. and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Moving along to the bottom of the 8th inning, 11-2 in favor of the Rogues. It'll be Cade Parker, then Cole Eaton and Andrew Sloan. They'll take on the new pitcher, Josh Jackson, out of Umpqua Community College. Josh is making his 4th appearance, 4 2/3 innings, 2 hits allowed, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks, no record of 5.76 ERA. And there's a line drive into left field, a solid base hit by Cade Parker. Cade, one of the heroes in the Game 2, which was concluded today, hit a 2-run home run in the first part of it last night, and then the sacrifice fly delivered in the bottom of the 12th won it for the Potters. Here's Cole Eaton. Gabe Maya loosening up for the Potters. Haven't seen Gabe on the hill in a while. First hit for the Potters. Actually, second hit for the Potters since the 3rd inning. That's hit down to shortstop. Slowly, though. Picked up at short. Going to go all the way to first for Naylor. He throws it away at first base. Potters are going to go to second and third on the throwing error. So with runners at second and third, second error in the game for the Rogues. So we're going to have Cole Chamberlain is going to be the hitter for Andrew Sloan. Cole out of Novato, California, headed to the University of Texas. He watches that one high and outside. 1 ball and no strikes on Cole Chamberlain. Another pinch hitter coming up next. I think it'll probably be Luke Mancy. But we'll turn our attention to Cole Chamberlain. Jackson delivers. Cole takes in there for a strike, 1-1. So Jax Jimenez is actually on deck to bat for Hassani Johnson. Cole lifts that one foul out of play to our left, so it's 1-2. So 1-2 on the pinch hitter Cole Chamberlain. He'll most likely come out and catch the top of the 9th for the Potters. Sails that fastball high, 2-2. Potters had 6 hits in the first 2+ innings, just 2 hits since then. As the relievers, Hunter Grasser and then Cordes, have been excellent outside for Chamberlain. Those two combined for 5 innings, 1 hit, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. After Martin had been touched for 6 hits and a couple of runs and had a couple of runners on base in the 3rd, and Grasser came on and got 3 straight strikeouts. 3-2 to Cole. Swings and misses. And the strikeout is the first out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And Jax Jimenez coming up to the plate out of Whitney High School, headed to the University of Oregon. Jax up to the plate, hitting left-handed against the right-hander Josh Jackson. Runners at second and third, but now 1 out. Jax fouls that one out of play. 0-1. Cole Dillon on deck. Swing and a miss at the fastball from Jimenez. That's at 86 miles an hour from Josh Jackson. 0-2. Sails that one outside, right where Tyler Horner was asking for it. So it's 1-2 on Jimenez. Potters with just the single runs in the first and the third. Popped up, trying to get out of play. Giving chase is Meisner over at third. It'll be out of play. So 1-2 still on Jacks. Parker leads down from third. Eden from second. High fastball, 2-2. From the stretch, Jackson. Fly ball, short center field. Coming in is Barrett. He makes the diving catch and comes up throwing to the plate on a beautiful throw, and the runner has to stay at third base. Barrett with a tremendous catch, and not only that, he was throwing almost before he hit the ground. He's sliding in, catches the ball before he pops up. He's already let the ball go right on the money to home plate. So 2 outs, and Cole Dillon will be the hitter. Cole has walked, singled, grounded to short, and flied to center. So he is 1 for 3. Hitting .250 coming in out of Rockwall, Texas. Watches that one outside, so it's 1-0. Potters had first and second, nobody out, but then a strikeout and a fly to center field. Everybody has stayed where they were. And it's 2 outs, and here's Dillon with the 1-0 count. Cole takes outside, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes to Cole. Hunter Brown to follow. Takes a high fastball again, 3-0. Ball 4, so Dillon will walk to load the bases for Hunter Brown. First walk issued by Josh Jackson. Hunter Brown has been hit by a pitch. He's grounded to first, he's grounded to short, he's grounded to third. So he is 0 for 3. A home run and a dozen runs batted in on the summer. Started out the day at .296, did Hudson Brown, out of Olive Branch, Mississippi. Jackson's first pitch is a ball. 1-0. Sean White, the DH, batting fourth, and here comes a ball out of the bullpen. So we'll call a temporary halt to the proceedings and get that back where it belongs. And it will be 1 ball and no strikes on Hunter Brown. Hudson Brown. Hunter Brown's not a bad name either, but not as good as Hudson. You're right. So let's call him Hudson. Ball 2. Josh Jackson, fourth pitcher for the Rogues in this one. Hudson chops it down the first base line. Martin started, relieved in the third by Hunter Grasser, then Blake Cordes, and now Josh Jackson. 2 balls and 1 strike. Ball 3. Logan Miller loosening up at a Lynn Benton Community College. Might see him in the bottom of the 9th. But right now it's a 3-ball, 1-strike count on Hudson Brown. Slices that one foul. So Hudson's got himself a 3-ball, 2-strike count with the bases loaded and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Ball 4. So Brown will get a base on balls and an RBI as Parker scores, moves Eaton to third, moves Dillon to second. 11-3, and now there's a meeting at the mound by the Rogues. And Sean White coming to the plate. Sean with a couple of hits and a couple of walks in this one. RBI back in the first inning. Willie's playing My Sharona. But I say the Knack had a better song with Good Girls Don't. Some may disagree. I don't know. I think that's a really good song. I'm not saying My Sharona's not a good song. I'm saying Good Girls Don't. Pretty good. So Miller warming up, but they'll leave Josh Jackson in there for now as Sean White strides to the plate out of Niceville, Florida, and Georgia Southern University. Outside for a ball. Bad news for Jason. I found a name tag, but it was Lexi's, not his. So she's in the rankings, and he's not because I can't find his name tag. And he's been doing a good job, too. As good as he can do, anyway. 1-0 to Sean. Watch inside, and that hit him. So what's going to get another RBI as scoring will be Cole Eaton. Two runs in for the Potters, and we're going to see, I believe, Logan Miller here. We'll step away. Bottom of the 8th inning. Rogues 11, Potters 4.
Being a laborer means everything. It was what took care of me when I was growing up. It's what takes care of me now. Because of President Biden and the money he's put into infrastructure, the need for our workforce to expand is out of this world. When our members are able to go to work on these big projects that are funded by Biden's economic investments, it means continued growth in their wages, in their pensions, in their health benefits. It means they're going to be able to take care of their families.
Situated on the corner of Lincoln Boulevard and 5th Street, this iconic building has been the home to several hotels over the decades, the most famous and longest running of which was the Lincoln Inn. Having undergone several renovations and architectural changes, this building is the current home of Old Town Pizza, which boasts not one but 2 floors for your dining enjoyment, including open-air seating on the roof. Stop in for a slice today. Or stop by the Lincoln Museum to see the 300-pound cash register that used to adorn the front desk of the Lincoln Inn. For more great history, visit the Lincoln Area Archives Museum and, by appointment only, take their free walking tour of historic downtown Lincoln.
New pitcher is Logan Miller out of Lynn Benton Community College, and he has been very good. He's 3 appearances, 4 innings, 1 hit. No runs allowed, 3 strikeouts, and 1 walk. So he will come in to face Eli Small, who hits a big chopper off his foot. Kind of was the indication it was a foul ball when he didn't run and kind of shook his foot. That was a sign. 0-1. Eli came on in the 6th, popped out in the 7th, so he is 0 for 1 in this one. He is out in left field. Miller's next pitch is down low, 1-1. Potters have scored twice in the inning. Still got some ground to make up, but Eli trying to do some damage. A 1-1 pitch coming. Ball 2. Cole Dillon down at third, Hudson Brown at second, and Sean White at first. Fouled back to the screen, very dangerously close to the camera. And we've talked about that. That is a violation of the city of Lincoln statutes, ordinances, I guess you call them. 2-2 now. Miller up near 90 miles an hour with the fastball. That one, I think that hit Eli on the leg, maybe. He has himself a very painful RBI. Scoring is Cole Dillon. I don't know if that's the way Eli wanted to get his first RBI, but it's the way he got it, and it'll bring up Will Lindbergh. So 3 runs have scored for the Potters. They have a single, reached on an error, a walk, hit by pitch, and a hit by pitch. And the 9th bat in the inning is Will Lindbergh. He takes a strike. Will came on early, got a walk and a ground out, so he is 0 for 1. Came on for Doyle back in the 3rd. Swing and a miss at that fastball. 90 miles an hour from Miller, so it's 0-2. Swinging and a miss. Got him on 3 pitches. 3 runs score for the Potters. We go to the top of the 9th. It's Medford 11, Potters 5.
American River College is a top-tier community college sports program that provides student athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse and dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Top of the ninth inning, Gabe Maya, the new pitcher out of Loyola Marymount University, making his third appearance. Gabe, 2 innings pitched, 1 hit, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. And behind the plate, brother Ricky Maya. So the Maya brothers taking over the battery. That is outside. 1-1. Levi Jones has flied to center. He's homer. He's hit into a double play. Flied to center again and then tripled. He has 2 runs batted in the game. Pass ball's in there for a strike. Levi with 13 runs batted in now and 2 home runs. Swing and a miss. Maya gets him on strikes, and brother with the putout. Tyler Horner will be the next hitter. Tyler 1 for 4 in this one. He scored a run back in the 5th out of Oregon Tech University. Gabe misses with the off-speed pitch. 1 ball and no strikes. 7th pitcher for the Potters in this one, Gabe Maya. Misses the outside corner by Whisker. 2 balls and no strikes. Hanson, Oden, Pettis, Bradley, Ciccolello, Caldera, and now Gabe. Fouls it back to the screen again. Chris Toy, what's up? We need a more protective cover around that camera. Yes, I think we need to talk to all the players of all the teams in a big meeting. Chopper back to Maya. Gabe mishandles it, and then Horner is going to reach base. It'll be an error. That's the 4th Potters error today in this game. And Horner is at first base with Tice Peterson scheduled to be the next hitter. So Peterson is singled in a run. I think it might be a pinch hitter, but I can't tell because these numbers are too hard to tell. 25 maybe? Oh, Luke Smith is batting. So Luke Smith will come up for Peterson. Sails high and outside. So Smith hits for Peterson, who was 2 for 5 with 2 runs batted in while he was in there. So good night for the DH. He had a home run in yesterday's game. Breaking ball swung on a miss. Wicked pitch by Gabe Maya. 1-2. Kyle Cox will be next. He came on for Cody Ferranti. Back in the 8th inning. Swung on and miss. 2 strikes for Gabe Maya, both caught by Ricky Maya, and that will bring up Kyle Cox at St. Edward's University. Kyle's first appearance at the plate here today. Ferrante was 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored while he was in there. Sails it high and outside. Nice breaking ball in there for a strike. Evens it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Potters in the bottom of the 9th. We'll go with Cade Parker, Cole Eaton, and Cole Chamberlain. Ricky Maya. Ricky Maya will be in that spot. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Chamberlain batted for Sloan, but Maya will take his batting spot. So he'll be the 3rd batter scheduled in the bottom of the 9th inning. 1-2. Check swing, he went. 3 strikeouts for Gabe Maya, 3 putouts for Ricky. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Potters trail 11-5.
Situated on the corner of Lincoln Boulevard and 5th Street, this iconic building has been the home to several hotels over the decades, the most famous and longest running of which was the Lincoln Inn. Having undergone several renovations and architectural changes, this building is the current home of Old Town Pizza, which boasts not one but 2 floors for your dining enjoyment, including open-air seating on the roof. Stop in for a slice today, or stop by the Lincoln Museum to see the 300-pound cash register that used to adorn the front desk of the Lincoln Inn. For more great history, visit the Lincoln Area Archives Museum and, by appointment only, take their free walking tour of historic downtown Lincoln.
Bottom of the 9th inning coming up is still Logan Miller out on the mound for the Medford Rogues. He will face Cade Parker, Cole Eaton, and we believe Ricky Maya here. So Cade has struck out twice, flied to center and singled, scored a run back in the 8th inning. So Cade is 1 for 4. Takes that one in there for a strike. Cade with a home run and 3 runs batted in Game 2, which was concluded right before Game 3 started. Potters won that 9-8. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Hit out towards second base. That's Jones to first for the out. So Parker is retired, 4-3, and Cole Eaton will be the hitter. Cole from Elkhorn, Nebraska, University of Tennessee. Hits that one high and well to left field. Going back is Peterson, and that ball is gone. Cole Eaton, a little pop for the Potters here in the 9th as he clears the wall in left field for a home run, his first of the season. So Eaton makes it 11-6, and the crowd is still here. It's going crazy. 333 feet on that one, 93 miles an hour off the bat for Cole. And that'll bring up Ricky Maya. Ricky wearing number 39 tonight. Came on as a catcher in the 9th inning, caught all 3 strikeouts that brother Gabe threw up. Ricky takes a strike, 0-1. Jackson Menace on deck. Chopper out towards second. Jones is going to run in on it, get on a big hop, and go to first for the out. That's the play he had to make. He got it on the big hop. 2 outs. And that'll bring up Jack Jimenez. He came on to pinch hit in the 8th inning for Asani Johnson, flied to center field. Swings and misses at the fastball. 0-1. That one is down low, so it's 1-1 on Jackson. At the University of Oregon. Check swinging is outside. 2-1 now. 89 miles an hour for Logan Miller, who gave up the home run to Cole Eaton. Outside again, 3-1. Cole Dillon, the other Cole, is on deck. Line drive, base hit right field. Jimenez really got on top of that one. Drills it to right for his first hit at the Potter. Potters with 10 hits. They trail it 11-6. And here's Cole Dillon, who has a single, a couple of walks, a ground out, and a fly out. Cole out of Rockwall, Texas. Outside for a ball. Jimenez not really being held on at first base by Kyle Cox. Hudson Brown on deck in case Cole keeps it going for the Potters here in the bottom of the ninth. They were down 11-2. Now it's 11-6, but they are down to one out as well. Inside for a ball, 2-0. Keeping on the hands on that one at 89 for Logan Miller. Right-hander out of Lynn Benton Community College. 6'3", 205. Good fans out here staying to the last out, rooting on your Potters. And that one's down the middle for a strike. Potters won the resumed game. Started about 5 o'clock. That was a 12-inning, 9-8 affair. It's been all Rogues here in the nightcap, trying to salvage and get their first Pacific Empire League win and drop the Potters to 5-1 outside. 3-1. Boonpacker setting the pace at 6-0. Potters trying to keep pace, but Rogues getting in the way in this game 3 of this series. Ball 4. So Hudson Brown's going to get another chance as Jimenez moves to second base and Dillon will take over at first. Hudson has been hit by a pitch, grounded out 3 times, and then walked. Got himself an RBI with that walk. Picked up RBI number 13 in the 8th inning. Potters scored 3 times in that 8th inning, and they've scored once here in the 9th. Hudson takes a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Young fan just waving at Chris Toy. Says, I like engineers. He thinks you run a train, though. That's the problem. Grounder down to first base. Cox boots it back to the pitcher who's going to step on the bag, and that's your ball game. That guy Miller's foot got caught in. I think he's going to be okay, and Brown slams the helmet down. He was a little bit disappointed in himself, but an odd play to end the game, but end the game it did. Our final score, Medford Rogues salvage game 3 of this series. They win it 11-6. We're back with a short post game after a short break right here on the Stones Broadcast Networks.
Being a laborer means everything. It was what took care of me when I was growing up. It's what takes care of me now. Because of President Biden and the money he's put into infrastructure, the need for our workforce to expand is out of this world. When our members are able to go to work on these big projects that are funded by Biden's economic investments, it means continued growth in their wages, in their pensions, in their health benefits. It means they're going to be able to take care of their families.
Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the side. Potters get the win 8-5. Sanchez 1 on 4. She gets it back, trying to get it back to Gallegos. What a spin move. Her shot is blocked. She has it controlled. Puts in the goal. Witt trying to set it. She sets it over for Molly Harrison. Pokes it over. Short set for Barrios, and her slam goes out of play. He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15, comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5. Funny, but I wanted to ask you about that because I remember you doing that show, and you kind of.
Go ahead.
You want to. That's our new show.
Really nice.
Yeah, Beneath One Fern is what we call the show.
Between a flower.
Yes. Well, we're working on we're workshopping the title.
Yes.
Ooh. Well, you may not see that $10 my friend. That woman does not like to fork over the cash.
I heard him say he'd pay you next Tuesday. So That's right.
I didn't bring pad and paper, so I don't know what to tell you what's going to happen when I come back.
First of all,
I got to take notes.
We may end up in one, especially on this episode of the Stones and Toys Show.
Oh, snap.
Potters post-game wrap-up brought to you by Friends of McBean. You can check out the QR code that we can try to find and put up on the screen so you can donate. They're trying to get a new scoreboard here at McBean Stadium, and we really need one, so let's all support that cause. No player of the game, Old Town player of the game, because we're not giving it to somebody on the other team, and the other team did win finally. The Rogues came out with their first win of the series. They were impressive. They're the better team in this third game. They won it 11-6. Special credit given to Hunter Grasser, who came on when things got sticky in the third inning and retired. The first 6 batters he faced, went through 3 innings, struck out 4, and walked just 1. He and Cordes really in the middle of the game out of the bullpen, 5 innings, 1 hit, 4 strikeouts, and 2 walks, and holding the Potters scoreless, allowing the Rogues to get out to the 11-2 lead. Potters closed it late, but lost at 11-6. Potters do get the silver lining, though. They did win the suspended Game 2, which was concluded before we started Game 3. Potters won that with 2 in the bottom of the 12th. A Cade Parker sacrifice fly made it 9-8 Potters. So Potters now 5-1 in league play, 20-3 on the season. They will take tomorrow off and be back here at 6:35 on Tuesday against the Solano Mudcats. That is a Pacific Empire League game. And then on Thursday, we take on AE Express before going out on the road. So our final score tonight, the Potters lose this one in Game 3 of the series, 11-6 to the Medford Rogues. We'll see you again on Tuesday. My name is Mark the Phantom Lowe. That is Chris Toy, the engineer. That is Willie Preston, the best of the business. For our interns and for all of us, we say thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you next time.